What's right?
Every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr.
Line up
Raj,
to loving
the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
If loving is.
It is not the loading race. It starts
No, no,
with
The original.
the largest sex organ that we possess.
Ingram, not James Ingram. Hubert Ingram.
No, is a woman or no?
On Power 102.
What stop? I'll beat you on that again. Ingram.
Wrong.
And what Ingram were you?
I'll find it. Loving is.
Luther Ingram.
Okay. Luther,
You only know the new versions, I think, you know the original. Oh, you dropped the catch. Good, thank God. Well, they're doing real good, man. Jamaica thought they have been Hey, Marisha, you watching cricket, girl? A surprise. We only have a few people, you know. Oh, yes. Risha, you're on. Richard is on. Oh, he's in New York, that's why. Chadwick Walter dropped that way. Thank God.
What Ingram is said?
Luther.
Luther.
Luther, Luther Ingram.
Yeah.
Find it?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know. You know that version, eh?
No.
That the original.
If loving
You already know Jackson, Millie Jackson.
No, not Millie. She's Lolita Adam, but
You just call it some kind of name there. The jazz, you know a jazz version.
no, it's R&B.
You're choking me. You're choking me. We should have a contest, you know. Tonight is a nice night to give everybody, you know. Nobody listening.
No, but I expect it. Anytime.
Today's a nice night to give away something real big.
But anytime they have cricket like the T20, if it was a test match, you would have.
No, I mean, but you had that test match in the night.
No, I say it was a test match. But
Well, they start to have it in the night now. They shouldn't say they don't have it in the night.
I want to hear this ad.
What ad?
This ad, Power Classified.
Oh, crap. Webster batting real good, boy.
Power Classified.
Power Classifieds, your source for bargains and information. Laurel's Auto Lock Repair Service for repairs to power locks in your vehicle. Call Laurel at 345-3853.
Charter your yacht and
Why are they
cruise
showing
with
this
the
boy
Nest Boat
to
Coupon.
frustrate people? Last year when Tala was between
I see Stuart watching football, Trinidad playing
Martinique.
Yeah.
Yeah, belly boy.
Yeah, they have
Martinique have we 1-0.
They know that we got a penalty and we equalized. And then he switched to the
The only way we could win, I think give me a goal.
And
Everybody beat him, you know.
That's an important game, man.
But everybody beat him, you know.
Yeah, that's an important game. But
That's
you
very important.
he dropped the whole side. He dropped the whole side.
I know it's difficult for you cricket lovers, Margaret, especially to watch the cricket and listen to Sexplosion. I will tell you, if you have a choice, watch the cricket because I'll do the same thing. I am just here because I have commitments to the station and other.
You ready to fly?
Are you ready to fly? I thought you put it on wings, or honestly, yes, man. Shot. There's our 6.
Well,
Straight in
thank you for
somebody
staying
else.
here with us on Power
Oh, no,
2.1 FM and a very special nighttime greetings to you. Special thanks as always to 9 Miles International. Well, bringing our time is now 10 minutes after 9 o'clock and we do welcome you to Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out at St. Augustine. And a very special good evening to you, my brother. How are you today?
Pleasant good evening to you. Pleasant good evening to Trinidad and Tobago. For all of you who are watching TKR right now, I know you're excited. I expect we'll only have about 10 persons watching us tonight. Not more than 10.
No, yeah.
So I'd like every person who is watching this program or listening to this program, send a text message.
So
we know at least we have 10 persons listening to the program. 740-1961, 740-1961 or 222. What's the number again? 8255.
8255.
612-8255. Send a message. Let us know that you are at least listening to Sexplosion. The match is very exciting. Of course, I would like to be there, but of course, I have my commitment to you all and Power 102. I wasn't on last night because I wasn't in the country, but I am back.
Yes, and
I
it's
am
good
here.
to be back.
Yes, it's good to be back, and I watched some exciting cricket before I came. I actually, my wife wanted to know, you actually leaving this cricket to go on? I say, I have to have a program to do. I must do it, and I like the sixes and the fours and all that. Every six that I hit is $500 donation to
Yes,
put it. So you know it's good to hit sixes. So
and it's nice to know.
we're always helping somebody, you know.
And it's nice to know that Simmons opened that account.
Of course, my good friend Simmons, Lendell Simmons, he's doing well. I know Shiva don't like cricket, so Shiva will be on listening for sure tonight. He might be one of the few. Shiva don't like cricket.
No.
He was born here, but he didn't get to appreciate cricket. Or maybe he wasn't weaned properly.
Yes. Maybe he was introduced to
Oh,
cricket.
Alicia says, I am here. Okay, at least we have, she's here. That's good. That is excellent. One person. I know Risha is here, Marisha is here. At least I must say my workers are very diligent. They're here. Eric is here. Oh, we have so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We building. Shiva 6.
We have an audience.
Jeanette 7. Lisa, Lisa is here. Izzy worry if I get stiff neck. I wouldn't get stiff neck, Izzy. Not when hitting 6 and 4s because my head will be going so.
And it's not a lawn tennis game where you have to go back and forth.
Well, Eric, I said Eric is here. Mina is also here. Well, good. So we could actually do a program.
Yeah.
We could actually do a program once we have 10 and more. Well, we could do a. Ingrid Ramtahal is here. Andy, Terence.
We have more than a cricket team.
For that. We have a more than a cricket team, so Shiva says funny Raj. Hey, that's what friends are for. We could do that to each other, right? But he always bad talking cricket, so anytime we meet up, and the minute somebody mentioned cricket, he go watch me with that cross eye. Bianca is here also. So I say, excellent man. Where was I? Something what I wanted to talk about. Well, this one I was listening to the they were talking about the hurricane that ravaged the Bahamas, total destruction in some places, and all you can say is these are the things you have to expect with a hurricane. I'm sorry for the people, but when you're in the path of a hurricane, nothing you could do. You can run away.
But I'll tell you something, Raj. There was one video that I really felt hurt. These guys were on a boat. They just drift off and they say, look, they're going to search. And they saw this guy hanging out of the attic. And by the minute they pulled him out, there was about 10 people behind him in that attic.
But that happened in Trinidad last year. That happened in Greenville. The very same thing happened here. But it wasn't covered by international news.
But
I mean, I'm sorry for what happened there, but we have to think back to what happened to our own people here. Right here in Trinidad.
But did you see the height of that water?
Yeah, well, I didn't look at any of the videos. I don't glorify myself. I don't stop to watch accidents and those things.
No, I don't like that.
And I don't watch those videos on him because I don't.
Something like that got my attention though.
Yeah,
because when you look at a
I
video,
agree, but I wouldn't watch it because it will just mess me up for the day and all that. I don't want. Shiva says oh, you in Florida studying if they take down the shutters, leave it up until the end of November, na boy. You feel hurricane not coming or one will come.
we haven't reached the peak yet.
We are reaching peak yet. We're in the height of the season, so Shiva, leave the shutters up and listen to the program and what I tell you. Have a nice refreshing beverage. lean back, and you could watch some of the cricket too. It's on Sky Sports. Oh, yes. Have fun. And, you know, they were talking about the name of this storm, and I didn't understand what was the big issue about the name. What's the name? Dorian? Dorian. And then they were talking about Dorian Gray, and then I researched it and I realized why. But, you know, I was telling the Morning Brew that as Sanatanist Hindus, name is very important. When you're born, the exact moment that you're born signifies your name. And I'll give you a story. There was once a young man, well, born to his parents, and they went to read his patra. And when they read his patra, the parents were told that this man will be a great man. His name will be heard throughout the world. Everybody in the world will hear his name. So the parents were very proud. If you hear your son's name would be heard throughout the world, there's no greater pride than that. It's like the King of England at that time. You know, you're hearing this, that this person is going to be so great. So, as history went on, his name was heard throughout the world. But you know what his name was heard for? He was the one who assassinated Gandhi. And obviously, if you assassinate a great man like Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, your name will be heard forever and ever and ever. And that was his greatness. But for Hindus, it's very important how you name your child. The exact moment your child is born, a name is given to you based on a syllable of that sound that is at that moment, at that exact moment in history. So when you're naming something, that's why when you name a business, when you name anything that you're doing, it's we call it Naam Sanskar. Naam Sanskar is very, very important. So when you put a name for a child or you put a name for something, it has a significant amount of power behind it.
Wow.
If you put a negative name, that's why nobody's named Rawan, you know. Nobody will name the child Rawan.
But that's a negative name?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Like your Rama is positive, Rawa is negative.
Oh, okay.
So there are certain syllables that you don't join together, you don't make names out of it. I mean, people do all kind of fancy thing to make up name. Yes, they do that. But it's not recommended. It's not something that you want to do. You want to make sure that when you name your child, if you name it a hurricane, if you name it anything, you don't give it a dangerous, deadly name because it's going to live up to its name.
I never thought about it that way.
I'm telling you, and we strongly believe that. That's one of the tenets of being a Hindu, you know. The Naam Sanskar, there are different Sanskars that you go through to life. Being born is one, but your name is one of the most important ones. The name, when you're given that name, what you call your Rasi name. A lot of people, you know, like people call me by my Rasi name, Giri Raj.
Yes.
That's my name. There's a power behind that name, King of the Mountain. You'll always be a king, no matter what. You have that strength, you have that power behind you. So there, and I always say thank to that wonderful man called Pandit Ramsur Dubey in Sangre Grande who gave me that name. He was my mother's godfather, and he chose that name for me. Linda says, "Hi, good night, Dr. Raj. I've known you since you going to school in Sangre Grande. Keep up the good work." Which school, girl? Was it Northeastern College or my primary school? And you know, I always connect with my my folks in Sangre Grande because I'm a proud Grande boy. I will make no apologies for that. I'm very proud to be a Grande boy, a product of Sangre Grande, a Kunapo boy. And those from Sangre Grande will know it's a Kunapo boy. Kunapo is the name of Sangre Grande, the name that Grandarians call Sangre Grande, Kunapo. Kunapo. So, yes, so we had to talk sex, we had to talk Sexplosion. Any questions that you may have concerning sex? You know, you all have my not undivided attention. I must say that it's not my undivided attention, but you all have my attention tonight, and you can say that it's a small group of us watching the program, listening to the program. Also, some of you might have your television set muted, as Junior has his television set muted in the studio here, and watching cricket while we are having the program. But I'm sure somebody will send something on the website.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we got one so far for this one is coming from Mark on our website, and he says, "Hi, good evening, Good evening, gents. Doc, any suggestions as to how long foreplay should be before penetration? Thanks.
I think that foreplay should never have a time limit or a time span. Foreplay could be a kiss, foreplay could be a touch, or foreplay could be oral sex. It all depends on you, your partner, and the readiness to have sex. Some women are turned on immediately upon seeing their lover. And all they need is, they don't even need foreplay, they want penetration as quickly as possible. Sometimes you may need to engage in a bit of foreplay, especially if you are a premature ejaculator. If you ejaculate quickly, you don't want to penetrate and ejaculate quickly. So you want to bring that person as close as possible to having an orgasm, enjoying sex to the fullest. So what you do, you engage in foreplay, fingering, touching, doing all these different things, oral sex and whatnot, so that when you penetrate, the person will be on the brink of having an orgasm, so you can enjoy an orgasm together with the person. So foreplay shouldn't have a time limit or a set time, but it all depends on time, place, and situation, and the person that you're making love to.
Well, I hope that clears that up for you, Mark.
And sometimes it depends on if you love oral sex, for example. What you do is you spend time doing what you like with the hope that whatever you're doing to your partner is she enjoys it as much as you, or he enjoys it as much as you. So if you enjoy giving fellatio, which is oral sex on a man, you will do it to the best of your ability and you enjoying it, but he's also going to enjoy it. So that is part of foreplay. So you need to have these things done, but of course you have to understand your partner. You have to understand what turns them on in the best possible way, in the way that is going to make them very sexual and sensual and want to have penetrative sex.
So, time is
not a factor.
Time is not a factor.
No, time is not a factor. Pleasant good evening to Gail, Hema, and Terrence says good evening. T20 is the hottest thing since sliced bread. I agree in terms of entertainment for cricket, but nothing beats a test match. And I'll always maintain that. You looking at the Ashes?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to debate that statement.
I know. I just tell you that
To rouse up.
to see how you would react to it. But I know the answer. Ria, pleasant good evening to you. I'm still waiting on seeing you. You were supposed to come and see me today. Hi, Dr. Raj, Ravi from El Dorado listening on. Ravi from El Dorado. Well, don't only listen, but send your question. Ask me a question. Take my mind off the TV,
And I put the TV exactly good for you.
Yeah,
right?
notice you put it right in my. Hey, look, Trump is in the cricket.
You don't have to ask me the scores or anything like that.
I don't want to ask you the scores. Okay. Believe me, let me tell you something. I brought a device here where I could watch cricket live. On Sky Sports to boot, HD, quality, I have it.
High definition, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question here on our internet here from Susie. Susie said, hello to all. I take a long time to have an orgasm. My boyfriend gets tired and stops. Do not know what to do next.
Well, when you say take a long time to have an orgasm, it all depends on what is being done. Right? So maybe he is not doing the right things, and you need to guide him as to what you need to do to get into that position where it's as quick as possible for you. Now, let's say, for example, you enjoy oral sex in a particular way. You have to guide him that when he's doing oral sex to you, it is done in the way that takes you from point A to point C, eliminating B. A lot of times you just lie back, or women will just lie back and expect the man is going to do certain things, and it's just going to be the right things. But if it's not the right thing for you to take you to that point, just simply tell him or show him. Sometimes you may need to masturbate in front of him, or show him a technique that you would enjoy, so that you get closer to that point of having an orgasm, and it's the best thing for you. That's what you need to do. Sex is a two-way thing, It's not just one person. Masturbation is one person. We all know what to conjure up in our mind when we want to have an orgasm or we want to ejaculate. Yep. We all know what we have to do. We all know what it is we need to do, how to push ourselves to that. But if you are a person, something is being done to you, and it's taken a long time, you have to conjure up something in your mind. You have to start thinking differently. And thinking differently might mean thinking about your co-worker, your ex-boss, your ex-man, something that is a fantasy of yours, spanking, tying up, things that would excite you. Whatever the fantasies are in your mind, that is what takes you closer to your orgasm more than anything else. But you don't have to share it with your partner if it's something private and you don't want to share it, because there are lots of taboo subjects that a person may not want to share with their partners because of shame.
Yeah.
Most of the times we have a taboo subject in our mind, but we don't want to share it with our partner because we are ashamed to share it with our partner, because we don't know how he or she will react. Okay, if it's a taboo subject and it's inside your brain, utilize it within your brain to think that, hey, this is what I want to do, but and you could make it as nasty as possible. You could make it as taboo as possible. I use the word nasty in the broadest sense of the word, because whatever you're thinking about that is taboo is nasty. And that's the reality of sex. You can't want to engage in sex and get the full satisfaction of sex and have it as pure as the driven snow. You can't want to do that, because it's not going to be pure. Sex cannot be pure.
Well, Susie says, thanks for your answer, and she really appreciates.
You're welcome, and I hope you engage in that so that it works in favor of you, and you get your satisfaction as time goes by, because you need to get that arousal to the highest point where you would move very quickly from basic flat love making. You're in love with the person, you like the person, yes, I want to be in bed with this person, yes, I would like to have sex with him or her, to the point where, oh God, this sex so good, I don't want it to stop. And time goes by very quickly when you're enjoying sex. That's another thing. You get so wrapped up in whatever is happening that it just transform you into a different person.
Anyway, folks, taking our
That
time.
is our idea.
Anyway, folks, taking our time. It's now 26 minutes after 9 o'clock. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM. Sexologist Dr. Raj Randanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
FM Campaign 1441 for news, breaking news, and exclusive content.
Is it news hot?
We have
It's hot.
identified one
Yeah,
of the
but-
very
Yeah,
lot of
hot.
projects.
It's hot.
I must state that not all those projects
What-
can be
what
completed
happened?
on time. However, I have been assured
Not
that
off.
it will not
Oh, that's
affect
why.
the returns.
Power 102 FM Campaign 1441 for 24/7 access to exclusive interviews.
In our society, we emphasize concepts which are fundamental to a democracy,
Oh, I
such
know
as
feeling
free
it.
speech,
Yeah.
freedom
I
of
tell you it was,
expression.
a minute there I thought I was boiling.
Really, there was a time when tradition and religious intention was being conceptualized. So I think it is appropriate to look at this again to see how relevant it is for today.
Power 102 Digital, app, social media, and Power 102 FM Campaign 1441.
You bring that to take it back,
for your
or?
comments
Hey.
and questions.
No, but it was so hot, I wasn't even thinking about this.
My room off, my house, I still get life.
Please pray for us. Please pray for us, everyone. Please pray for us. Pray for Abigail, please. I'm begging you. My baby's on the 4 of us now. Please pray for us.
Get in early on the next show. Share your comments, opinions, or suggestions for the team. We'll be using your contributions in our next program. Power 102 Digital with the Power 102 app, social media, and Power102FM.com. Power102FM.com. Power 102 FM, Campaign 1441. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one.
You know,
One people,
you cannot
one nation,
ask
and all in this
for a better
together.
view. You're getting it live.
No, it would be better if it was at that level, not up there on the freaking
That's why I
ceiling.
do. When I watch, my neck does too.
Yeah, well, you have it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Put it down lower.
On
Yeah.
Power 102.
It's better they had put that here and that
Inviting
there.
you to join me 4 to 6 p.m. on Sundays here on Power 102.1
You ever listen to this,
to
brother?
enhance your awareness of the spiritual realms and to find your pathways that are predestined
I
for
don't
you.
listen to them, Nick.
Become independent and not dependent, and find yourself and know thyself.
Master Eric.
I have another message from
Sundays
Sweden.
4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah, you go ahead with it.
Remember he or
Empowering
she
you.
Well, I can tell you that when it comes to sex education, we are always one step ahead. May I remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM, the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image, and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Now, here's where we give you the opportunity to interact with Dr. Raj live here in studio. Very simple. All you've got to do is give him a call at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. For those of you who don't like hearing yourself on air, you can send him a private WhatsApp message or a text message on his private mobile, which is 740-1961. You are listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships exclusively on a station that's reliable and effective. Power 102 FM. Well, I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to go back to our website, and this one is from Sweden, who tuned in for the very first time last week. And she says, yes, welcome again to the program. Trying to spice up my bedroom life. We tried peanut butter on my lady and licking it off. It worked pretty good, but I must say, any thoughts?
I wouldn't recommend peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter doesn't spread the way you will want it to spread. Peanut butter could be cumbersome to do. I don't take this the wrong way, but normally when you're training a person into bestiality, then you use peanut butter, not for human beings. Better things would be whipped cream, something that spreads easily, condensed milk, better yet. But remember, anything sweet that you apply to the vagina, make sure it is licked off totally. Do not allow it to remain on or inside of the vagina. You can get a yeast infection from that.
Okay.
But I would not suggest peanut butter. Unless, I mean, of course, you like peanut butter, but peanut butter doesn't melt and it doesn't have that's
sticky.
It's sticky and clumpy.
Yeah.
So it's not the ideal thing for oral sex. Right? And I said the only time they really use peanut butter is for to train animals. So, Rena says, keep up the good work. Very informative. Nadia is on. Usha is on. Yvette is on.
Okay, I want to go back to the website again. This one is coming from Nancy.
Before you do that, Izzy, if you want me to take off your clothes, come down here and take it off for me.
Well, of course.
Yes.
That's
Well, you should take off your clothes.
Yeah.
I wonder if you naked home.
I wonder.
Send a picture.
Yeah, send a pic.
Send a pic. And I'm showing it to Junior too.
Oh, yes. Okay, this one is from Nancy. Nancy says, hi, everyone. I tried anal sex for the first time a few days ago. It was very painful. How can I please my guy and try again without getting the pain?
Anal sex is always painful if you don't do the right things. There is something called anal ease that helps to relax the anal sphincter muscle. That is what you should apply to the sphincter muscle. Do not try to perform oral sex in the anal area if you put anal ease. Do not try to penetrate right away if you put anal ease, because it will numb the penis. So you do not use anal ease in a way and just try to penetrate. It has to relax the muscle, and of course you have to use a lot of lubrication. Once you use the correct amount of lubrication, liberal amount of lubrication on the penis and the muscle, and make sure the person is relaxed enough. So sometimes you need to use your finger, but one of the things that you use for training the anal passageway for anal penetration is using a vibrator, one of those stiff, hard plastic vibrator, the size of the penis, to open up the passageway. So you use that first to open the passageway. Then the passageway remains open so you could slip the penis in easily without having to use the penis to force the anus to open. Because of the shape of the vibrator, because the vibrator is shaped with an arrow, meaning it thins at the front, you can penetrate very easily. Of course, it has to be lubricated, and you could move it around so it keeps the passageway open. And that's what you need to do. She take off your clothes, boy. Holy crap. Can I show you this one? You might fall off the chair.
No. X-rated. Oh, yeah.
Tell she I'll show you. So she know I will show you.
Nice feet.
Well, come on, take off my clothes. I'll tell you. Good night, Dr. Raj. There is a parent that I know give her 10-year-old daughter carefree panty shield to wear, and I know it is not safe for her to wear. So could you tell mother that it is not safe? You should never give a child panty shield to wear. Absolutely not. All you're going to do is cause infection in the child. Children not supposed to wear panty shields. Adults not supposed to wear panty shields. Panty shields is just there to make money, right? Making you think that your vagina is dirty all the time and you have to wear panty shield and it is not natural. But it is not a good thing to wear panty shield all the time. You're stifling the vagina. The vagina is not getting the ability to breathe. You're not allowing the natural formation of the flora in the vagina. So obviously the child is going to get a vaginal infection very easily, and you'll wonder why.
Yeah.
That is not a good practice. So whoever is doing that, I will advise them to stop. And don't do it. Don't. Once you have on a panty, a cotton panty, you're not even supposed to wear plastic panties or nylon panties and whatnot. Cotton breeds. That's what you should be wearing. Ladies, that's what you all should be wearing. Cotton panty, cotton underwear. Do not use panty shields and all these things to block the vagina.
Okay, I want to go back to the website, and this one is from Guy. Guy says either shoot or dribble, or sometimes both. What's the best way to start shooting cum?
Control your PC muscle, strengthen your PC muscle, develop the production of semen.
Yep.
So something like the max load will develop the semen, the capacity of the semen, but also the PC muscle is what actually causes the contractions. And the spurting ability. So if you have strong PC muscle, then you'll be able to squirt. Of course, the older you are, the less of that pressure comes out. So the older person gets, you have more of a flow as opposed to that squirt, unless of course the person is highly excited and there's a rush of this thing coming out.
I want to tell you that we are giving our listeners what they want and expect from a good radio program when it comes to sex education. Right here on Power 102 FM, Sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Don't forget, folks, our lines are open if you would love to interact with Dr. Raj at 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM.
So my good friend Derek is on also. Derek is in the United States. I think it's New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Izzy sending some wonderful pictures here. Izzy, since when you're getting... She knows what I'm talking about.
Thing that makes you go...
Not only Oh, you like when Gil dropped the check catch? You saw that?
Oh, no.
You didn't see when Gil dropped the catch?
No.
It was a wonderful drop.
No, we better make all what we can do now, because when he come in, he's unpredictable.
You worry about Gil, Trinidad has Gil number all the time.
Oh, we have his number.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad. And I know
he asking us to take care.
I know for... Oh, yeah. I think he gets it.
Oh, Savitri, good evening to you. I tried calling you about an hour ago, but no answer. I know you were trying to call me. So let's see. Yes. Yeah, but talking about this panty shield issue, it's a serious issue. It's a serious issue with women, blocking the vagina all the time, causing the flora of the vagina to change, not allowing the vagina to breathe. That's why a lot of women now have urinary tract infections or vaginal infection, and they can't understand why. They always go into the urologist or they always go into the gynecologist to find out what's wrong with my vagina. But the number one thing is that they're blocking their vagina. The vagina was meant to breathe. There are times that you shouldn't wear on a panty, especially when you're going to sleep and whatnot. Give the vagina opportunity to breathe.
Yeah. Okay, we go back to the website, and this is a follow-up from Mark, and he is saying, concerning max load, is it externally?
Can't use anything externally to develop sperm. Impossible. You can't have anything that penetrative enough for the anal, for the scrotum to develop sperm. It have to be taken internally. Max load is something that you swallow. It's 2 tablets you take per day for a certain period of time. That's what you use to develop your semen. Nothing you can rub. nothing you can really rub on your body that will cause that sort of penetration to give you that great change that you're looking for. You know. Hey, my brother is on Sensational Sammy, and I have to advertise his place, Crave. Just give me the address of Crave so I can tell people about it.
My brother.
Our brother.
Yeah,
And he always bigs me up on a Wednesday when I'm heading to, Tuesday when I'm heading to South. He always bigs me up, and a pleasant good evening to you, my friend. Really love having you here. You know, remember Sam used to be just before us?
Yes.
And that was the most exciting time in radio.
You have to add one to that, family? Okay, right. So...
It was always the most exciting time on radio. I'll tell you that. I love his music, and he's...
I must say he's a very
fantastic brother. He's
he's very genuine.
One of the, I have to say this, and Sammy, I'm not saying this because you're on, but he's one of the most genuine individual I know.
Very.
And I'm not just saying that because he was our co-worker here, because of the things that, sometimes you call on Sammy and he's there for you.
I must say so. I must say.
He is there for you, and thank you very much for being such a good friend.
Nothing seemed to be a problem for him. My real brother. Nice having your family.
You see? Take it off. She's doing a striptease in photo.
In photo?
Yes.
No, so you're getting a lot of money.
The top just came off. The bottom is still I get a striptease in photo. Why one better than that?
And you're getting a good game of cricket as well.
Excellent game of cricket. 181 is an excellent score on that wicket.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 18 minutes before 10 o'clock. The magic of sex education, exclusively on Power 102.1 FM. The only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Folks, don't forget, for those of you who would love to interact with Dr. Raj, our lines are open at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you do decide that you want to send him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile 7401961. You're listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships exclusively on Power 102 FM, a station that's effective and reliable.
So I have to say good evening to Janessa, Camille. I wonder if this Janessa is my wife's family. I'm not too sure if it's the same person or someone else.
Okay, I have one here on the...
I think it is. Yes.
Drew
Janessa.
Okay, let me see.
Monique, introverted Bradford. You're talking about that? Yeah.
Yes, Drew wants to know, nice program, guys. Is there any taboo to masturbate or to masturbating regularly?
Yes, you can. If you're masturbating regularly, you can cause yourself to become a premature ejaculator, meaning that you teach yourself to ejaculate much quicker than you should, and that's not a good thing. You don't go on polybath. That is a 6. Oh shit! You hit it back? Yeah, boy.
He caught it.
He caught it and threw it back. Wait, threw it back. Nobody caught it. Yeah, you So that's one of the things. Also, if you masturbate regularly, you deplete your sperm. You don't give it time to mature. So if you're trying to get someone pregnant, you will not be able to get them pregnant because the sperm don't get time to mature. Because if every time you masturbate, you ejaculate, that's what you do. The sperm need a certain amount of time in your body, 3 months, 3 days to strengthen and mature. So it's not a good practice to masturbate regularly, right, Checky? Ooh, I'm getting to see more. And more, and more.
And Drew also wants to know, if masturbating, should I do it on a few times? Or
if you're masturbating and you're masturbating...
A few minutes, as a matter of fact.
No. You don't ever teach yourself to masturbate and try to ejaculate as quickly as possible. That is schoolboy days. Schoolboy thing is that, you have competition who could break first. You don't want that.
You want to prolong it.
You want to prolong it because you want to teach the muscle to hold back. The longer you prolong your ejaculation, you're teaching yourself to hold back so that when you're going to have intercourse, when you're actually going to have intercourse, what happens? You can stay longer. You'll be able to stay longer. You look like Andre Russell is hurt. He fell on the boundary. So easy, it's coming along nicely. Very nicely. No, but he came with an injury, he had an operation recently. is it healthy for a man not to wear underwear? You can also not wear underwear as a man. There's nothing wrong with that. You could go commando. I mean, people talk about it because it's a kind of taboo thing to not wear underwear. So 3 men running at the ball fall in between. You know. So what happens is, you know, you might say you're cheap. They might say things about you if that happens, but there's no big deal in that.
No big thing.
No big deal. Sometimes you can go commando. Don't do it like a habit like Junior. He comes here commando all the time. Just joking. Is he ill? Is he looking? Is that you? Norman, is that you? Is that you? Yeah. Is he looking sexy like hell? What? Definition and thing in the abs, boy. What? You're working out? She's working out, boy. Abs definition and like that. So, you know, there are things that we do generally that is not the norm for a person to do.
Yeah.
But because of advertising and because of things that have been happening over the years and marketing and whatnot, they make you feel that you need to do these things. Otherwise, it's not healthy if you do. Right? If you don't buy this product, if you don't use this particular product, right? So they kind of force you into a streamline into buying stuff when you don't need to buy it. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay, we have a call on the line. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
I hear.
Oh, the left.
Paul, you don't run out of the wicket. If you run out, hit the ball.
Yeah. Don't forget our lines are open if you would love to interact with Dr. Raj. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. You are listening to Sexplosion right here on Power 102 FM. Yeah.
So, what's that called?
Yeah, let's see if this. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Hi, good evening, family.
Pleasant good evening to you.
Good evening. I want to find out something like, are you a woman, like, say, woman in her 40s and thing, you know, younger than the hot body and sweet, you know? I need to explain that then.
Well, I cannot explain that because I'm not the one saying it.
Right.
I don't know what I mean by that. Sometimes for a man, he might find a young girl sweeter than an older woman because of the age. Because remember, I did a demonstration of that many times, that when you're young, you're interested in older women, and as you get older, you're interested in younger girls. So I don't think that what the woman is saying has any validity for the man, because men will look at the younger woman as sweeter than the older woman. So she might be saying that as a defense to say, well, I'm sweeter than a younger girl. But for an older man, it may not be so. Yeah. You understand? And so that person says something because of jealousy. They say something because it's in their mind. So she wants to say, the older woman will say that they're sweeter than a young girl because they know the man going after the young girl. So it's a jealousy thing. No, experience is not sweetness, you know. No. Experience is not sweetness. Well, so let's say, for example, the older woman has so much experience, she know how to make the man break within seconds. That is not sweetness. Well, right. So you're mixing up two different words here: sweetness and experience. Sweetness has to do with the man's state of mind and what turns him on the most, or the woman. That is what sweetness has to do with. Not with what a woman say. You're welcome.
Okay, family, and thanks for calling.
Good evening, sir, Anthony and Stephen. How are you, my friend Stephen? Sushila, my darling Sushila is on. Savita. I was looking for, let me don't say nothing. I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
I will get in trouble. Let me just hush my mouth and batter my crease.
Okay, I want to go back to the website, and this is a follow-up from Swede, and they're saying, okay, we'll surely do. That was concerning the cream. Do whipped cream right? How is the best to arouse my wife with breast sucking?
Well, there's a direct connection between your nipples, a man nipple and a woman, and your penis and a woman's nipple and her clitoris. The clitoris forms when a fetus is forming into the male or female. What is supposed to be the penis becomes the clitoris. So the very same way there is a connection between the clitoris and the nipples, the very same way there is a connection between the man's nipple and the man's penis. So once you're doing the right things to the nipple, licking and sucking appropriately, biting may not be the solution, but some women enjoy the pain after being aroused. You don't go to biting or scraping or causing pain to the vagina or the breast or the penis unless you get the person excited enough to want that. So you may want to start off with biting. And the person will say, no, that hurting. But believe me, when you start sucking properly, the biting is part of the foreplay. It becomes sweet. So there's a very fine line also between pain and the enjoyment of sex.
Interesting. Okay, I want to go back to the website, and this one is from Guy. And Guy is saying, is this the best way to strengthen the PC muscle? Contact and hold your PC muscle for 5 to 20 seconds. Then release them. Repeat this single exercise 10 to 20 times in a row, 3 to 4 times a day.
You can try all kind of things. You know, there's a specific way to do it, but I wouldn't teach you that on radio.
No, that's
come to the clinic.
You have to come to the clinic to get that.
You could do whatever you want to your PC muscle, but if you want to know the proper thing to do, you come to the Adult Therapy Center. We have the secret for that. There are many things that are shown on YouTube and Google and whatnot. That is not the way to train your PC muscle, you know. And I have had many clients come to me and say, well, I've tried this and tried that and it doesn't work. I say, well, follow Dr. Google. I am not going to teach you that on the air.
No.
So, I'm sorry, that's part of my
profession. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 9 minutes before 10 o'clock. Knowledge and experience. This is what it's all about when you are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out in Augustine. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
You know, when you match Saturday, all them commentators talk about 200 runs. I say 190 would be perfect. They make 191.
They make one? We make 191?
Yes.
That's a good score, right?
Very good score. Very good score.
191.
191 is out. That is a real good score.
Ultimate DJ Shane. All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. All-inclusive Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102, empowering you. This is Healthy Living for those that want a better state of life. Tuesdays from 2 p.m. with Stanley Augustus.
Thanks for having me,
Absolutely.
Mr. Augustus and Aisha. Yes. It is a pleasure being here.
Healthy choices for a better life. Healthy Living, Tuesdays from 2 p.m. with Stanley Augustus, being brought to you in part by Himalaya. The best care comes from nature. Healthy Living on Power 102, empowering you. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one.
Not as soon as we started.
No, yeah.
We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Shirley Wilson on Power 102, empowering you.
I want to continue that we are giving our listeners what they want and expect from a good radio program when it comes to sex education, right here on Power 102 FM. Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Just to remind you once again that our lines are open. If you would love to interact with him via the telephone, all you've got to do is dial 2228255, also at 6128255. If you do decide that you want to send him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile 7401961. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM. Yeah.
So, a pleasant good evening to Amelia, Laura, and Bobby. Junior, tomorrow we're starting our first official class of the massage therapy session. We're teaching people to do massages because for a number of sessions now, programs, we've been talking about persons who are interested in doing massages, not as a profession, but simply to learn massages so that you can do it to your partner, you can do it to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and make them feel good. It is a form of foreplay also. You can use that as foreplay without engaging into anything that is really sexual and go straight into penetration. It depends on what you learn to do. So our first official class starts tomorrow. We have a discounted rate for those who are starting tomorrow. Tomorrow class starts at 4, and the following month we have the discount. Those who prepay for the following month is also the same price for this month. Afterwards, we will be doing certification courses. This one is not a certification course, this is the introductory course. The introductory course is just to get you on track to learn the basics of massaging, so that within three sessions, that's what you're doing this month, the person would be able to actually go to their partner, their husband, their wives, or whoever it may be, and do a massage, and at least be able to relax the person, make the person feel good with a massage.
So basically it's getting familiar.
Yeah, you're getting familiar with massages and the techniques and massages and things that you need to do and how you go about doing it, so that you are actually using your energy, using your strength, using your flexibility, your ability to give the massage onto the person so that the person feel good about it.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we're doing. We're starting that tomorrow. We have other classes and things that are going to start. Now everything that we start and everything that we're doing is in St. Augustine at our corporate headquarters, our corporate office in St. Augustine. That's Total Image in St. Augustine. That's where we'll be doing it. Those who are interested could send me a message on WhatsApp 7401961. Prashant is actually the person who is coordinating everything, because I don't have time to do the coordination and whatnot. I'm just there to instruct and show them what to do.
No, but I'm glad you mentioned that, because what is the latest that is happening? Because I know that you had an ad asking people who were interested, but what is happening of recent to the stores?
Well, we're still building.
Clinic.
We're still building our team. Well, the clinic is doing very well, I must say. There are lots of individuals who come to the clinic in Princestown and Debe, and sometimes those from Princestown go to Debe also. So it's an intermingling with the South people, and that is something that is positive. One of the things that we're doing, we're creating that team of individuals to do the promotion, the in-store promotion and whatnot in the South area, and I'm getting a lot of feedback, and I'm getting a lot of interested individuals in the South area who wants to be part of the team. So we're building that also. It's a slow process because you have to get the right people, you have to train them, you have to make sure when they go and talk about something, they're knowledgeable about it. Very soon we are going to introduce a wall section that has to do with penis enhancement, everything with penis enhancement. All the equipment, all the supplements, everything that you need would be on one wall. So when you go to that wall is everything to do with penis enhancement. It has all the instructions, it has all the pamphlets, it has everything there, all the information you need. You don't even have to talk to one of the CSR. But of course, it's good to talk to the CSR because they are trained also to tell you what's best for you, what you should be using, the vasodilation creams, the equipment that you should get, the supplements you should get, all the things that you need for the proper development of your penis. For those who don't want to go through an actual program, who don't want to spend that amount of money to do a program, you could go and buy your own equipment, but you'll be buying it with knowledge. And we are providing you with the knowledge so that you can go and choose off the wall what you want to get.
Great.
So that's another thing that we're doing. It's an innovation that I've come up with recently, and I'm working on it to make it perfect so that we're kicking it off at Total Image in St. Augustine this month. The following month, we'll take it to Grand Bazaar. The following month after that, we'll take it to Debe and Princestown together. So you're talking about we're in September, so that by the end of September, everything will be set at Total Image. October, it will be set at Grand Bazaar. November, both Princestown and Debe would have that wall. It's your penis enhancement wall. Guys go there, they look at everything on the wall, they choose what they want, There's pamphlets, there's brochures, there's books, there's everything that you need for penis development. You choose your stuff and you buy it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We're creating a natural knowledge base for the individual so that they can go and choose with with that sense of assurance that they know what they're getting because they have read all this stuff and they know, okay, if I choose this is what I'm going to get out of it. So maybe I should really try it. And if you're shy about talking to the young lady, one of the CSR there, you don't have to talk to them. You can do your own stuff. You can just buy it off the shelf. Or if you're brave enough and want to talk to someone, they're there to assist you in the best possible way. So those are the innovative things that we're doing, because remember, a lot of times men who want to engage in these things or want to do these things, they may be shy. They may not want to expose themselves to someone else to talk about, the penis size and all those things. So if you want to remain anonymous, you can go in there, don't have to tell anybody anything, pull your stuff off the shelf, take it off the slat board and go and pay for it, and that's it. You go away.
Very simple.
Very simple.
I want to continue that we do practice what we preach when it comes to sex education, exclusively on Power 2.1 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Just to remind you once again, for those of you who would love interacting with Dr. Raj, our lines are open at 222-8255, also 612-8255, 740-1961 for those of you who would love to send him a private WhatsApp or a text message, and that's on his private mobile. Yeah.
My personal private mobile, you can send me a message there. I will interact with you, and that's another thing that we're doing, because a lot of time, let's say for example you buy something. You're a customer of Dr. Raj Adult Boutique. You call me or you send me a message and say, I'm doing so and so, this is what's happening. I will tell you, I will recommend what you should be doing, how you should go about doing it. You see, there are certain types of supplements that you need to use when you are doing penis enhancement. Like for example, you have max size, you have super size, those things that you must use. There are amino acids that you have to use. If you're over a certain age, you have to use HGH. So there are things that you should be using in order to get the maximum benefit of using a pump.
Yeah.
The pump is the exercise equipment. The supplement is what develops the penis. That is what you have to think about. It's not just using a pump.
Okay.
Good evening to Eve Nari, Kenneth. Kenneth, nothing to do with sexual dysfunction is recognized by insurance companies, no matter what you do. I've had persons who are in charge of insurance companies cannot get that done. They don't recognize anything to do with sexual dysfunction or sexual problems. So your surgical cards would not be useful.
Out of the question.
No, we have filled out form countless times for individual to get back. No. Once they see certain tests, something being done, they know it's for sex, they wouldn't. They don't. The funny thing about it, the insurance company don't consider sex to be important, and they don't consider it to be a medical problem, when it is an indication of other ailments that you may have, but they don't recognize it. Funny, eh?
Yeah, that is strange, all right.
Yep. But that's just the way it is. So,
anyway, folks, taking our time, 3 minutes after 10 o'clock. I can tell you that nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education. Every Thursday and Friday, right here on Power 2.1 FM, with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Yeah.
See, Jim is on. Gloria, Anand, Sunita. Checky said that boy, Checky. Quiet. I was in Rio Claro, Princess Town last week. Billboard looks good. Thank you very much. Yes, I do get a lot of calls based on that billboard that we have on the M2 Marine Road. Yeah. Lots of calls.
I could imagine how small it is.
Well, if you want to be effective,
you took up the whole block.
If you want to be effective, there are certain things that you must do.
I think I can just imagine the only thing that they don't see that pick. You just don't see it move. But apart from that, I'm sure you give them a nice smile too.
I don't know. I can't remember what the billboard looked like.
I might come down that tight bucket or looking stupid.
No, I really don't.
They don't know what it looks like.
I don't know which one.
Now, where is this billboard located? You said?
I think it's on the M2 Ring Road.
M2.
Yeah.
That's in
Princestown.
Princestown.
Checky says he's listening.
Yeah.
Bianca says you can't miss it. Well, that's what a billboard's supposed to be. You can't miss it.
No, you can't. No.
But I don't put it I'm sure. The one thing I told him, I said, do not put it anywhere that is going to disrupt traffic. I hate billboard that disrupt traffic. I don't like it. Shouldn't be doing that.
No, of course not.
So for those of you on Instagram, we just got cut off there, but we're back up again. What's the score here? 7 without loss.
We're looking good.
I'll tell you how good in a while.
Yeah, we're looking good.
Videsh is on also. Chanmati says thanks. I guess that's for the broadcast. One of the things that a lot of I've seen you. Next month we'll be celebrating our first anniversary of the Dr. Raj Adult Boutique. That's in September. We opened in September, 15th of September.
Wow.
2018 is when we opened our first store. And I'm starting to see patterns with the different stores, and I'm starting to see patterns with person's behavior or the things that they're looking for. So now as we're seeing the patterns and we have individuals there who could handle the business and they're understanding the business differently, because sometimes you start working as a CSR, but the more you learn to manage the store, the more you learn to interact with the clients and whatnot, you yourself will start to see patterns, and you can come back to me, all my employees are coming back to me and say, well, we need to do this, we need to improve in this area, we need to add something here. And that is something that is very, very helpful.
Yes, because they are the ones who are
interacting
with people.
Yes, of course.
So, that's a positive feedback.
So Chanmati says she's locked on. Shivani is on. I haven't heard from Shivani in a while. Maybe she was on a sabbatical. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm surprised she's not in temple tonight. That's another thing. We have cricket on one side, we have temple on the other side. A lot of Hindus are fasting now. Yeah. It's that time of the year.
You fasting?
Me, no.
No.
Let me tell you something. If you want to be a perfect Hindu, you have to stop eating meat altogether. Because there's a religious festival or something of religious significance every week. Every week. That's why most Hindus in India don't eat meat. There's something every week. I'm not into that. I'm not. I'm not fanatical in that way. Neither am I. I don't adhere to those things.
Okay.
I do what I can do, and that's it. And that's the beauty of being a Sanatana Hindu. You don't have to do what everyone does. You can do your own thing.
Yes. What is required, basically.
Pleasant good evening to my good friend Niran. I don't know if that is Mr. or Mrs. So I have to ask the question. All right, some things are still private. Can't share it.
You're listening to the magic of sex education right here on Power 102 FM with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Just to remind you once again that our lines are open if you would love chatting with Dr. Raj. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. May I remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised.
Bobby is on, my good friend Bobby. Mira is on. Larissa, what is nice? Sometimes persons may comment. I don't know if they made comment on something that I've said or something that is being said or whatever is going on. I'm not too sure.
Or something to be said.
Good evening, gentlemen. I've recently started seeing a 68-year-old man, and he's been waking up in the middle of the night with an erection, and that never used to happen before. What is it about being around someone 40 years younger that will cause that to happen? Excitement. That is what negates what the woman was saying, right? A young woman will do that to an older man, so that's good. Hi, my bro. Nice program. You and Junior. Ember. Hey, Ember, my good friend. How are you? Thank you very much for tuning in.
Oh, yes.
It's always a pleasure hearing from you.
A good brother.
So, if an older man is with a younger woman, you're going to get the erection that you never had before. You're going to get excitement that you usually get. You'll wake up in the middle of the night ready to make love because it's exciting, it's taboo, it's different, it's sweeter.
Especially with a younger person.
Well, that's what I meant. So the one who said the older women are sweeter, not for older man.
No.
The majority of older men will not see that.
No.
And it's sorry to say, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's taking all the laws and illegality and all those things out of it. That's the reality of sex and the human mind. So when you're studying sex and you're studying the human mind and you understand that concept of moving from the extreme right to the extreme left and vice versa, you'll understand that. So it's taking all the taboos out of it and all the illegalities out of it and just understanding the human mind and behavior and what are the things that happen.
Excellent. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 10 minutes after 10 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj Ramdanam. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
FM with the best music and personalities to power your day, all day on a Saturday. Sir Charles, Bass, DJ Maggie, Gayland, and the ultimate DJ Shane. All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. All-inclusive Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102, empowering you. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Shona Wilson on Power 102, empowering you. Power 102 FM Digital, with the Power 102 app, social media, and website. Power 102 FM Campaign 1441 for news, breaking news, and exclusive content.
This year, we have identified 194 projects. I must state that not all those projects can be completed on time. However, I have been assured that it will not affect the European schools.
Power 102 FM Campaign 1441 for 24/7 access to exclusive interviews.
In our society, we emphasize concepts which are fundamental to a democracy, such as free speech, freedom of expression, and so on. These are things which are not really the order of the time in position and intention of being conceptualized. So I think it is appropriate to look at this again to see how relevant it is for today.
Power 102 Digital, app, social media, and Power 102 FM Campaign 1441 for your comments and questions.
We need help everything down. My move off, my house, it's looking life.
Please pray for us, please pray for us, everyone, please pray for us. Pray for Abigail, please, I'm begging you. My baby's going to fall, please. Pray for us.
Get in early on the next show. Share your comments, opinions, or suggestions for the team. We'll be using your contributions in our next program. Power 102 Digital, with the Power 102 app, social media, and Power102FM.com.
Springboard.
Power102FM.com. Power 102 FM, Campaign 1441.
Ooh, go down leg.
You're listening to the magic of nighttime radio when it comes to sex education, right here on Power 102 FM with the guru of sex, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Religion, the Adult Therapy Center. Our lines are open. If you would love chatting with Dr. Raj, all you've got to do is give him a call at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you do decide that you want to send him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile 7401961. You're listening to a program that's informative, educational, and of course entertaining, exclusively on Power 102 FM. Yeah.
Somebody just sent me something here. 10 reasons why dating an older man is actually best thing for you. Okay, let's see. And the woman will have to let me know. An older man is more likely to talk about his feelings. An older man can help you expand your individuality. An older man truly appreciates your individual beauty. An older man is your rock. An older man will be stimulated by your youth. I think that's the most important one.
Yeah.
Stimulation by the youth of the younger person. An older man plans for the long term. That is so true. An older man is a lot more attentive. An older man is more respectful of exes. An older men are independent. Older men have more experience under the sheet. So for the lady who was saying about the sweetness, that throws the sweetness right out the door.
Out the window.
Out the window with the baby with the bathtub.
I tell you.
Ooh. Things to make. Oh, bowl, man. Clean bowl. Beautiful.
You know what I like about that? Especially T20. You know when someone get bold, they look like butterflies. Those lips.
Oh, they like dragon. How do you call them? Candleflies.
Candleflies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The zinger bills.
Oh.
I read that today and agreed with every word. And I agree with it. I think an older man has more stability. Younger women enjoy the company of older men because of that maturity level and whatnot. They don't see things the way younger men would see it and make an issue out of things. Ooh, I love that picture. Ezekiel? Things to make you crack up.
Oh yes, things that make you go,
Now this is one to make you crack up.
Crack
Glenn
up.
Small, how are you, my friend? My childhood friend from Northeastern College. How are you? Varun is on. Larissa didn't tell me what was the nice about. Yeah, so it's a matter of personal choice. The things that you do sexually, or the things that you want to do, or the things that you want to get involved with. It's a matter of personal choice. But that personal choice must do something for you positively. Yeah. It must help you to develop as a person. It must help you to enjoy things differently. So, when you find yourself in a relationship with someone who's older, and the age disparity doesn't matter, but once the person is older than you, especially with a female-male type of relationship, the female being the younger person, there's a lot more reward. Now, Gail on our run, we hit our 6th day. Yeah. There's a lot more rewards for the individual.
Yeah.
Meaning that the personal development of the individual becomes better.
Oh, okay.
So, it helps the person to explore themselves, not their sexuality alone, but themselves. It also helps the person to mature a little faster, to understand things differently, and to interact with someone who is going to uplift them.
Okay.
And that's one of the positive things about being with an older person in a relationship. It helps you to mature. And I'm not just talking about maturity in terms of aging, but I'm talking about maturity of the mind, maturity of the individuals in strengthening the person and developing them as they go along. That's the maturity I'm talking about. Two in a row.
Two in a row. A little bit again, the way to go in, you have a boat.
Rural.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. I tell you, this is what it's all about. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, listening to Sexplosion, I just want to remind you that Sexplosion is featured here on Power 102 FM every Thursday and Friday evening with the only sexologist, Dr. Raj on a Thursday from 7 p.m. Then Dr. Raj is back here with me on a Friday from 9 p.m.
My interaction with individuals as a sexologist, a sex therapist, with women especially, and listening to what they have to say and getting feedback from them about different situations and what that concur and confirms those things, what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everyone should choose to do that, because your choice is based on what turns you on, what excites you, what you think is going to make you a better person. So a younger person may not always feel that an older person will be ideal for them. They may think about the same age. They may think about being with someone that they can relate to in terms of age and understanding and whatever. So I'm not saying that everyone enjoys that type of relationship, but those who are in that type of relationship have always shown that it has done something positive for them. Sometimes while maintaining a same age relationship with someone else, they are in such a relationship with a person who's older, and they tell you about the benefits of that. So I can only give answers based on my research and my interaction with people, and that's where my information comes from. So that's as much as I could say. You want to give me that, or you want me to take it back? Just say the word, because it's 10:20. It's 10:20, and I noticed you want anything, but that's because it was hot. I noticed it's starting to get very cold.
I'm looking at the expression on your face, and by just watching,
you know who hitting 6 and 4.
I know who hitting 6 and all who out. I don't even have to watch the TV.
But I can't help it if I'm a cricket fanatic. I can't help it. That's and I admit to it. Some people are addicted to things. I'm addicted to cricket.
Well, at least I know Gail didn't get 3 sixes because you paused the second one. Correct, right?
Correct is right, as they say.
All right, Tony, we are taking sex education to a whole new level, exclusively on Power 2.1 FM with the guru of sex, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Well, just to remind you folks, once again, if you would love to chat with Dr. Raj, here is your opportunity. All you've got to do is give him a call at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. I'll remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised.
Larissa was saying the idea for the store is a great idea. That's what I like to know. Whatever persons are reacting to know exactly what they're reacting to. Too many devices, things coming in. Some things I can't or will not react to. Because it's not
radio friendly.
I done. I give up.
But tell you what we are going to do. We are going back to the phones. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Gail in school. Good evening, Zina. How are you?
Family. I thought you gave us up. How sweet.
Well, listening to new people and what they're asking. Boy, I'm to break my head tonight. By the kitchen doing something, and I'm saying, Lord Jesus. When I hear about because like me, so who getting long in age. You're hearing about the younger ones.
Well, that is just a fact of life. As men get older, the interests change. No, nobody likes to hear that. Honestly, it's not a topic that people like to talk about or. But I'm glad you endorse it, because then you.
Steve, Wendell, and Richard. Hayden, good evening.
And I hear you lashing them this morning.
I'm saying good evening. I'm sure they are not good.
I'm sure they are. All
Okay,
right.
family.
Have a good night.
You too, darling. Yeah, Zina lashing them this morning, man.
Uh-huh.
Richard, especially Richard. But you know what? When you're stuck in traffic, and these days the traffic is horrendous.
Oh, well, school reopened, huh?
Yeah, but it's horrendous.
I can just imagine.
So I spend more time in traffic in the morning, but of course listening to my favorite radio station and my guys and lady in the morning, enjoying the program and whatnot. So this morning I was sending them a message about Nam Sanskar and naming of someone and whatnot. So they got a little edification with that. Because not everyone knows that.
They took a turn.
Well, not everyone knows that, you know. They think that when an Indian or a Hindu person have a name, it's just a name. It's not. It's not.
They give them a name with a meaning.
Oh yeah, and that is your name. That it's actually the name that when you are doing your prayers and whatnot, that's the name you call. They tell you to take your Rasi name. It's a powerful thing, a very powerful thing.
And it's powerful thinking.
Of course it is, because I found it strange that, you know, persons who don't know about Nam Sanskar and those things would be talking about the effect of having a name on something and what it does. But we know the effect of having a name on something and what it does, how dangerous it could be.
I tell you, interesting.
There's a review, so you know I'm watching the review cross-eyed.
Anyway, for taking our time, it's now 25 minutes after 10 o'clock. I tell you, this is what it's all about on a Thursday and Friday evening, right here on Power 102 FM. I tell you, sex education, things that you always thought you knew. Well, this is the program to be more educated on. Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Just to remind you once again that our lines are open if you would love chatting with Dr. Raj. You know, you always have some, you know, we are all humans. We always have something sexual bothering us, and, you know, we need a channel to get it through. Well, this is the place to be, Power 102 FM. And what you can do is interact with Dr. Raj, and I'm pretty sure he's going to come up with an answer for you. Give him a call at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you do decide, you know, some of you don't like hearing yourselves on air, who knows? The possibility do exist that your neighbor might be hearing you and you wouldn't like that, right? Well, you can also send him a private message on his private mobile number, which is 740-1961. Yeah.
I don't understand why a person wouldn't want their neighbor to hear them, because if the neighbor is listening, you know, it's a funny thing. You go to a place and a person asks you, what you doing here? But the person is there. But they'll ask you, what you doing here? Like if you don't belong here, but I belong here. It's the same thing, somebody listening to the program and they know they're listening to the program and they hear their partner or their friend or their girlfriend or their husband or their wife listening, say, what are you doing listening to that program? So how do you know I'm listening to the program? You listening to the program too?
Well,
person have to stop being ashamed of those things.
No, well, I think one of the reasons, and I'm looking at it from this point of view, let's say a person is having a relationship with someone and the spouse listening and they recognize their voice. Just off the bat, they will know, hey, look, my fiancé or my spouse really have something going with this person.
But what's wrong with that? It's a radio program. Okay. Sexplosion is an educational sex program. Right? If you're in a relationship with someone, it is more than likely you're going to engage in sex. So what's wrong with listening or asking a question, or not even asking a question, but being part of the program?
No, and
but no. The point I'm trying to make is that as a society, we are too hypocritical.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like when you go somewhere, somebody will question you as to what you're doing there, why are you here? So how come you're here, boy? What are you doing here?
And that's a common line, eh?
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I shouldn't be here, but I don't belong here, you belong here.
Yeah.
It's like apartheid.
It's like I should be here, but you should not be.
Talking about apartheid, somebody died today and I was very happy. Oh God, he dropped the catch.
No, he
Oh,
can't.
bye-bye, Gail.
That's Gail?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Raj, you missing all this? Live?
No, I'm not missing it. I look at how you could tell me I'm missing this?
No, but as you know, you are a cricket fan. You
Am
know,
I?
when you are there, it's a different
I know,
feel.
but I'm here and I'm seeing it and I'm getting the excitement. The only thing I'm not feeling the vibration.
But yes, you're not getting that drive.
Somebody injured, boy.
You know,
Oh my God!
Wow, that's a goalkeeper catch, you know.
Yeah, because he didn't catch it. The body roll off his
No, yeah,
body
that-
into
that's
his
a
hand. He's a
goalkeeper.
lucky man. And what a licks he would have get. Is he? We seeing. You have to give no commentary. We watching it. Wicked. Bye, Gail. Take an early flight out. Can't help it if I'm a Trinbagonian to my heart. I can't help it if I...
No, but I know that for a fact, and I know you are a big cricket fan. I know that.
Yeah, so, sometimes, I think you think about apartheid, and you think about all these terrible things that have happened, and when it comes to sex, people have been persecuted for sex throughout the ages, for their sexuality. Even up to now, there are persons, because they may be gay, bisexual, or whatever, they're looked upon as less than human, You know that?
Well, I could recall growing up. I mean, you could have never looked at a person. The minute they look at you, and I'm pretty sure you was in that era of my era growing up. The minute somebody know that you was gay, and you had to hide because, people used to...
Well, yeah, but I never advocated the use of the use of words to describe somebody as who has, let's say, they have an impediment of some sort. I never use a derogatory word to. I always felt sorry for the person, and I never wanted to call them by a name. I was never that type of person. And even today, I was looking at a little piece during the news where this woman is an artist and she hands did not develop fully. And I was thinking that when I was growing up, there was a guy in our area who had an impediment. And I never saw him as less than how some people will see him. He was much older than I was. But at the same time, I always was friendly towards him and go and look for him. I will check for him. So I realized to myself that I had never had that in me to look at something like that. Even persons who were gay, I had gay friends. And when people would be telling them things, I was like, "Well, behave all yourself." And then they would tell you, "Well, like you gay too." If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I have come to the understanding now, and I think the more I get older and more mature, whatever you believe, to hell was it you,
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you say you have my back, if you say you're my friend, if you say you're somebody who wish me well and you have to think negative about me, I prefer not to have anything.
No, that's not a friend.
I prefer not to, because I can't do that to somebody. Like, sometimes when a person's going to say something bad, like a person will say, "Hey boy, you hear about Junior?" The first thing I will tell that person, "Junior and I are friends. Be careful what come out of your mouth next." That's what I will do. I will say, "Junior and I are friends. Be careful of what comes out of your mouth next." Because I'm not going to sit here and listen to you say something bad about a friend of mine. Because that will be encouraging it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
That's my position, and I've always done that. I remember not too long ago, maybe about 10 years ago, a person from a particular area came to me and he asked me something, and the talk came around to someone in the village. And I say, "Yeah, I know the person," and then he go to say something. And when somebody wants to say something bad about a person or want to say a rumor about a person, their body language has changed.
Oh, yes.
And I stop him dead in his track and I say, "Careful, that man is my friend, Careful what comes out of your mouth." Now, I could tell a person anything I want, or say we could rag up each other any way we want and whatnot, say the worst things to each other. But that is we doing it to one another. And we know there's no animosity in it. There's only love in that. Whatever we say, however we want to phrase things about each other, but we are doing it in each other's face, and we are doing it to one another. Right? So we're not doing it behind each other's back. And that's a difference. That is true friendship. That is true loyalty. I believe strongly in loyalty. Because if I don't want you to engage in that, I'm going to tell you, don't engage in that. Because I am not going to encourage it. Dr. Raj, I haven't tuned in for a while. However, I like your page. But for all this time, I haven't seen you not aging. Plenty sex. 15 times a day. I'm throwing that for somebody.
No, but I thought it was 20.
No, 15 times a day. I'm throwing that for somebody. I'm pelting that in somebody's face.
Okay, but what we are going to do, we're going to go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Yes, Dina again. You know why you think some people won't call? It's like, let me give you the joke. A long time when I used to call in often too. Somebody called really nice. I'm like, what are you still doing now? And why are you listening to that kind of program? I say, well, I might be getting long in age, but I am old and cold.
But the person, listen to what the person tell you, eh? Why are you listening to that kind of program?
I said, why are you listening to it? Oh, you managed to hear me.
Exactly.
I say, well, hear what? And I call in because I normally would have, when my children were here, I would tell them, listen, you remember how many times
well, I know that for a fact. You have always said that.
Listen.
Yes.
I say, because you are getting information and we're never too old to learn.
Correct.
You understand? But this is what I'm telling you. So people feel they don't want to be heard because they might tell themselves, oh, at a certain age and you shouldn't listen to that. I don't know if that have any age. I know the only time you don't know that is when you're dead.
Correct. It have no age for sex. You could enjoy sex all the way through.
So I hear smiling or saying where they
Thank you very much, Fazina. You put it wonderfully.
They don't want to call because they feel they're too old. Lauren, they're going to have to say something else about me.
All right.
If I feel to call and say hello and hi, I will do so.
All right.
Well looked on and listening, as I tell you, all the time.
Well, we know that. You have been an avid fan of this program.
So you keep
when I heard her this morning, I said, that's one of my fans.
Okay, darling. Zina, nice.
I work night shift like I am now and listening to you all. When I reach home on mornings after a night shift, I get like a special erection. If I have sex every day, will that affect me in any way? Cause the shift sometimes runs 12 hours for 7 days. Yes, it will affect you. You shouldn't overdo it. But by all means, if you're getting the erection, put it to use.
Okay, I have a couple of things on the website here.
You have a couple of things?
Yeah, a couple of messages.
Oh.
Okay, this one is from Rosie. Rosie says, what is hypocritical is the folks always quoting religious books about anal sex, whereby bisexuals are concerned, but these same folks love anal sex with the female partner or wife. Why not let the folks do what they want in their private space?
Exactly. If you choose to do something, and you know, persons are quick to use the word sin, but that same person will, there's one of the commandments, thou shalt not something with your neighbor, not covet with your neighbor, like bad talk somebody. And that same person will bad talk their neighbor, and I don't know the commandments. I don't, honestly I don't. I know some of it. But that same person will break the commandments, which I think in Christianity is a sin, if you break the commandments. Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not cover your neighbor's wife or something.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Where you talk bad talk somebody. I don't know what it is. So whoever is, they could. But there are commandments that people break every single day, and they are committing a sin. So if a person, well, according to Christianity, not in my books, but if a person chooses to do something that is pleasurable for them, but in the eyes of others it may not be. For example, even listening to this program, this could be a sin.
Well, some people, you know.
It could be wrong.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Okay, that person like that.
Oh, bear false witness to your neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Well, I a Christian here. Or? You just go to church.
Yeah.
Hi, good night. I would love some advice, please. I'm with this guy 4 years now. We have been sexually active for the past 3 years and I never had an orgasm. What do I need to do? Or what I am not doing? Note well, I love this guy full 100% and I never want to burst his bubble. So I've been pretending the whole time. Well, you have just burst his brother. I think my agent D is listening. Agent D, if you're listening, I can't take your call. So what I'm gonna tell you, I know you're listening because he said he'll call me whenever he's listening.
Okay, we go back to our website, and the Mark is saying, well said, Doc. I traveled to Europe, and it's amazing how open societies are there to sex. And
well, that's what I tell individuals. I say, when you, like today I was telling someone who is traveling to England for the first time. So the person was asking me about England, and I said, let me tell you something about England. I say, in Trinidad, if somebody's seen walking down the road with a suitcase in their hand, people will laugh at that person. You know that?
Yeah.
You know, in London, people will drag the suitcase throughout the street and take a tube from wherever in London and go straight to the airport on a train. They ain't waiting for no partner to drop them. They ain't waiting for no cab. They will drag their suitcase with them. Men in jacket and tie, you know, walking on the road with a suitcase dragging and a bag over their shoulder, go into the tube with it and go straight down to London, the Heathrow Airport, and jump on a plane. In Trinidad, people will never do that.
No, they wouldn't.
Persons will laugh at you. We don't like mass transportation. We don't believe in mass transportation here. We think mass transportation is for poor people. Seriously, no. We think that if you're taking the bus, you're poor.
Yes. Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, when you're in Europe and whatnot, you want to take the bus and you want to take the train and you want, because it's so nice to do it.
Yeah. No, that's no. What you're saying there is a fact.
But I was in one state recently, and we wanted to go to another state, which was far away. And now you could go in the airport, take a plane and fly to it. It will take almost the same time as taking a bus. And I told my wife, I said, let's go take a bus. She said, you sure? I said, yeah. Went, bought the ticket, got on the bus, and she enjoyed so much. She was like, I never knew this was so nice. I said, that's what people miss out on.
Yes.
They think that it is too poor, or not that she thinks that way, but she has never done that. Right? She has taken the tube and whatnot, the subway and all that, but she never took a bus from one state to another. And I say, try this. And we went and we took a bus from one state to the other, and it took 3.5 hours or 4 hours or whatever, and it was so nice doing
Very
it.
enjoyable.
Because you see things that you wouldn't see flying.
That's correct.
It's the same thing when you're in Europe and you're dealing with sex. I mean, what we frowned upon about sex here is done on the side of the road, you know. The first time I went to Paris and I saw women making love to women on the side of the street, I was blown away. I was a teenager and I was like, wow, this is real. And I mean, as a teenager, you'll stop and look because it's something that excites you, because you'll see it in porn and whatnot. And you actually seen it in real, in front of your face.
Live and direct.
Live and direct. And then it was like, okay. The first time, it's like a blast. It's like, you know, you walk out into cold air, and it hits you in your face, and you're like, ooh, ah boy. And then the second time you see it, it's like, okay, this looks normal. And the third time, it was, and the fourth time, you pass it straight.
Yeah, you go, yeah,
it's like, so what? But it was amazing to see that and have that exposure. So if as a teenager, and I told the person, I said, hey, what? I am happy that you're going to London to experience London, even though you have matured in age, but you're going to be so happy because it's going to open your mind.
Okay, I want to go back to our website here, and this one is from Susie. Susie says, somehow I get angry how far back Caribbean society is where sex and its norms are concerned. I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, where they call penis piggy, leeks and nanny, plus other names.
Yeah, and that's so wrong. I tell young mothers and fathers, tell your sons and daughters the right name. Penis, vagina. My children grew up knowing the right names.
Yeah. And Swede says, true, doctor. Here in Sweden, it is unheard of anyone taking you to the airport, as trains go straight to the airport. The trains and buses has places and to pack bags.
Yeah.
And
I have seen people put the bag on their lap.
Yeah, you even have food that can be purchased on trains.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not that. I mean, that is a society that caters for that. But what I'm saying, in Trinidad, if somebody stands on the side of the road with a suitcase for somebody to come and pick them up, people would laugh at them.
Oh yes. Oh, there's no, yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Somebody will laugh at you. They will pass and laugh at you and point you and say, well, look at he can't afford to go to the airport.
I experienced that.
But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
where in Europe or any other country, that is the norm.
They won't even look at you.
No, nobody looking at you, you going your way.
Yeah. Everybody seems to, yeah.
Because nobody minds your business as how they mind your business here. So it's the very same thing with sex, it's the very same thing with Sexplosion, it's the very same thing with you and your exposure and the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
We find it hard to do certain things, and you know the amazing thing about it, when we go to these countries, we do it very easily.
And very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
And very quickly too.
Yeah.
Very quickly we do it.
Anyway, folks, taking our time. It's now, let's see. It's now 16 minutes before 11 o'clock. You are listening to The Magic of Sex Education right here on Power 102.1 FM with sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Two most dangerous men we have out there. Say the two most dangerous men we have out, Gail and Powell.
We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
Stop, boy.
Let's
Wow.
do this with Shirley Wilson on Power 102.
If you only hit that, we can go now.
I know.
102 FM digital, the Power 102 app, social media, and
It's almost 10 overs and it's 54 runs, you know.
Yeah, the week.
57 runs.
The rate is 13 points.
exclusive content.
This year,
Two.
we have
But
identified
13.
194 projects. I must state that not all those projects can be completed on time. However, I have been assured that it will not
Oh,
affect
yeah, that was
Campaign 1441 for 24/7.
Always remember it has sweepers, you know.
Exclusive interviews.
Ramden is still the best wicketkeeper in West Indies, you know. But I
Excellent.
don't know why they don't.
Yeah, Trinidadian and he's an Indian. What do you expect?
I know why they don't pick now boy. That boy prove himself.
Face the reality now. He's a Trinidadian and he's an Indian.
Prove himself so much, and he still have it in him, you know. Reminds me so much of the days I used
That
play
used to play.
cricket.
Yeah, I know that. I remember that. He was the best wicketkeeper ever.
No, I was a windball.
No, he was a goalkeeper. Sorry.
No, I was a windball specialist.
He was a goalkeeper playing cricket.
A windball specialist.
I ever tell you what ended my wicketkeeping career?
What was that?
My children, they still laugh at it, you know. Every time you watching cricket, they say one word and everybody just crack up.
You used to play windball?
Hardball?
No, I played
I used to
hardball.
play leather ball, cricket ball, what?
No, I played
But
hardball.
my wicket-keeping days ended because of one thing. Never forget that. My children is still laughing. We got to learn the story. So whenever they watching cricket and they talk about wicket-keeping, they'll just say one word. And everybody cracks up. I won't tell anyone because I know what you'll do to me. You'll call it during the program.
I think today I went in the immigration family to renew my passport. I went in 11 o'clock. We didn't, Luan, myself and Stuart, we didn't get out there until 7 to 4.
I hate real hard these days.
Something to 4. And just when I say,
No, it's always good to have your passport.
no, but I know people. But I want to go through the regular channels. Not because
I know, I do the same thing.
So we went and sat down there from 11. We had an appointment
For 11.
for 12. So we went early so if people didn't come. And we had an appointment for 12 on
Which immigration department?
on Frederick Street.
I wouldn't go there for nothing, boy. I'm afraid they will.
Appointment for 12 and we didn't get out there until 7 to 4.
I'm afraid of that.
But I was aggravated, but after a while the immigration officer, nice lady.
Because it's a nice lady, you cool down.
I ain't say nothing. I tell Luan, I said, I will talk about it tonight with Raj. But I say, no.
I really tough it, I know that. Call
I
up
can
boy.
tell you that nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education, and I'm pretty sure you will agree with me. You get all your answers right here on Power 2.1 FM from the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Our lines are open. If you would love chatting with Dr. Raj, feel free at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
You have something there?
Okay, Holy G says, you guys, I won't entertain your question, Holy G.
Okay. You holding on to that?
Yeah.
Well, let him hold on to that, or let her hold on to it. You know, very rare you just find women making disparaging comments. So I take that back. It has to be a man.
Yeah. Whatever
it is, I can't see it. I prefer to watch that way and watch up a little.
They said we wouldn't go there. We will go there.
Okay.
Okay, so you got the answer there. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. If you believe in up and down, that is you're limited to that. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing about it. And that's when people trying to force their belief onto you. If in my belief system I don't have that, why would I believe that? So that is not an insult to me, or that is not doing me anything wrong, because that does not belong to my belief system.
Yeah. That's out of...
It's out. So when somebody tells you that, it's like, okay, what does that mean?
I nearly make a sign, but good thing I didn't do. Anyhow, what we are going to do is go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Good night.
Hi.
Good evening.
Dr. Raj.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good night. I've been listening to your program for the longest while.
Thank you.
Very informative. Dr. Raj, I'm 57 years of age, right?
Right.
And Dr. Raj, I don't know, but my girl could have a serious problem with me. Yeah, she find that I need too much sex.
You need too much sex?
Something abnormal?
No, I don't think so. I think a man who has a healthy sex life, that's a positive thing. If you have a good libido and you have a good sex drive, that's a positive thing. That's not a negative thing. It speaks to your health, your general health, your overall health. It speaks to your stamina.
Okay, well, Doctor, I was saying something, right? I married and I divorced. The reason why my wife was saying that maybe something wrong with me because I work like a dog in the day. When I come home, I eat, take a bath, I get a 15-minute rest, I'm just up and raging. And she will be quarreling like, what the ass wrong with you? You can't hold it. You home. You want to make my wife I can say so. You want me to do?
Wait, and your wife divorced you for that?
Boy, it's me.
Now, well, if your wife divorced you for that, something is wrong. Why would a woman divorce a hardworking man who is energetic also in the bedroom when they need to be?
She used to not talk to my mother and my father.
Well, what I can say is that person have their wires crossed.
Modern cross.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm blessed person.
Well, that is exactly, you're a blessed person, so you make use of it and don't study what other people think, you know.
No, alright. Doctor, just imagine, I came and I was a woman from Jamaica, but she had England parentage. And we went together for 6 months of years. And when I go to England, she was like, why? Is that just all about sex? I said, but maybe for 6 months, right?
Well, I strongly believe in a healthy sex life, you know, and I don't think anybody should be putting that down. I think that it's an indication of a person's youthfulness. It's an indication of how they feel about themselves, their ability, their virility, their stamina level, their positive attitude. That's how I view it, you know. A healthy sex life is a reflection of all those things. So if you enjoy having sex often, in a variety of ways or whatever, that is an endorsement of the individual.
You understand? Because I know it's something abnormal, and I think it's a healthy normal practice.
Right, well, I agree with you. That's why when Naomi said that I look the same, I look young, I think it's plenty sex. That's my recipe, you know. I think it is. I think that is what it is.
I think it's so because I don't see my age in it.
Well, the same thing with me. Sometimes I have to stop to remind myself of my age. That's why even when somebody talk about being with an older man and they indicating thing to me, I don't think of myself as an older man.
You didn't understand?
I don't. Honestly, I don't. I don't know if it is my mindset. If it's my development or what. But I don't think of myself as being an old man.
Right.
So.
Doc, earlier, you were saying something, right? That when you have practicing constant masturbation, sometimes when you're having sex with a woman, it may tend that you may pre-ejaculate.
Well, you might become a premature ejaculator, not pre-ejaculator, premature ejaculator, meaning you will discharge before time because you have conditioned the muscle to release before time.
Right.
That's all.
Right. But Doc, I enjoy your program ever so often.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Just the first time I happen to call in and get on the air.
Well, we appreciate that because it's what makes the program exciting too. Because when I have people interacting with me, I enjoy that.
Right. Doc boy, it's a good program and I think it's doing a lot for people, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So have a pleasant night. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
Well, thanks a lot for calling. Okay, I want to go back to the website. Susie says that, well said, sex actually creates positive vibe for me during the day.
But it does. Watch any person who is not sexually active or doesn't engage in sex in a regular manner, and you will see how depressed they look, how low there's a aura about them that is weak. Sex enlightens you. I strongly believe that sex strengthens you.
It gives you a nice glow.
It gives you a nice glow. It makes you feel good about yourself. It gives you a positive attitude. You have a positive demeanor. You see things in a better way.
You have a different outlook altogether.
Yes. So enjoy sex.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 4 minutes before 11 o'clock, Sexplosion, right here on Power 102 FM. You are listening to a station that's reliable and effective. Your number one all-round station when it comes to talk and music. Nobody does better what we do best. Sexplosion 2228255, also at 612-8255. For those of you who would love to interact with Dr. Raj, feel free to give him a call.
I see, is this an LOL? But I don't know what the LOL is for. I don't know.
Okay, I want to go back to the website. This one is from Sadsak. Sadsak says, tuned in late. Great program as always. Can you say from your experience, is a big penis is what ladies want? Or
no,
it's a myth?
I have never had a woman ask me the size of my penis before we had sex. So, to have sex. I've never had that done. Honestly. I don't think a woman who's going to have sex with you, who have made up her mind to have sex with you, that is the main factor. Now, it may be advantageous or disadvantageous depending on the person and whatever, but a woman don't ask you your penis size. They don't look for your penis size to want to be with you. It's personality.
Oh, you?
Yeah, so.
Well, just to remind you once again that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance is advised. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine.
Yeah, so penis size is a issue with men. Because no matter what size penis you have, I've found that they always want it bigger. So if a man has a 4-inch, he wanted 5-inch. If a man have a 5-inch, he wanted 6-inch. If a man have a 6-inch, he wanted 7-inch, and so forth. If you have a 13-inch, you want 15 inches. they're never satisfied with what they have, and they don't take the time to learn the techniques or what they should be doing with it. And that's all well and good. It's good for the industry. It's good for business and whatnot. But it is not the main focus of you as a lover. Because the penis size wouldn't give you a woman. Ask men, most men, or the majority of men, if your penis size ever caused you to get sex. And very few of them will tell you yes. Because there are some women who enjoy large size penis. But they are the minority, not the majority. Go ahead, take that.
Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Thank you for holding.
Raj,
Yes, dear.
you know this was one of the favorite topics long ago. I know people are still asking that.
Well, it come back.
Because you know, that's what I tell you, is listen and hear, and there's no who knew.
Yeah.
You remember I used to say long ago, it's not the size of the ship, but it's the motion.
Ocean of the ocean, of course.
Because men have that obsession and feel their penis never big enough.
Never big enough.
You really, from a woman's point of view, you don't want it over big either, you know.
No, because it could be hurtful.
Men are attracted to a nice looking size of one, but let me tell you, if the 3 inches inside, explain it to them now.
Well, okay, I'll do that.
Where to the tip of the vagina.
Okay, I'll do that. And thanks for reminding me.
Rare sensation, so where you want that thing going up to damage your cervix. So men have to know.
Ooh. Zena, the consummate student, boy. You remember all those things? Let me get into that.
No, but I'm not under an hour long.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay,
But it's a
family.
fact. The sensitivity of a vagina is the first 1/3 of the vagina, which is the vagina is approximately 3.5 inches in depth, but it's expand. It's accordion-like. But the first 1/3 of the vagina is where all the sensitivity is, which is the lips of the vagina, the G-spot. So when you enter in the vagina, that's where all the sensitivity is. Therefore, you can satisfy a woman with your finger, you can satisfy a woman with your tongue, you can satisfy a woman with a regular sized penis if you know what you're doing. But of course, the aesthetics of it, some women like to see a certain size. They want to see too small, they want to see too large. Some women are afraid or they have a fear of what it can do inside of them. So what you want is to have the ability to satisfy the woman knowing these things. Knowing that I can satisfy the first 1/3 of the vagina, knowing that my penis, as a matter of fact, the most pleasurable position is being able to pull back that penis and hit that G-spot, which is only right there, dig into that part, which is less than an inch into the vagina, the wall of the vagina. That's why the rosefall position is one of the most sensitive position and the sweetest position for a woman, or the goatee look back or the doggy style, because you're actually hitting on that spot. I haven't spoken about that in a while, boy.
No, yeah.
I even forgot.
Okay, Susie says, never again as a woman like oral and a guy who knows how to use his tool.
Never again what?
Never again as a woman like oral and a guy who knows how to use his tool. Okay, prior to that, she says, no way, no big penis for me. Had sex one time with a seriously large penis gentleman. Pains after.
Yeah, pain and I mean, the adventure of it is good, but it's not like having big breasts because there's nothing penetrated, because the breast is in an attractive area for a man, so it's right in the eye line of the person. They're seeing the breast, but there's nothing that the breast is going to do that will cause harm or damage to the man. But even though the breast is supposed to be this fountain that gives you nourishment and gives you excitement and gives you love and sex and whatnot, it is not the main focus either.
Okay, yeah.
For some men, they like legs, they like toes, they like feet, they like hands, they like lips, they like buttocks. So it all depends on the person. My darling Alison, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. I know we spoke on the phone. Clint, Sandra. I know Sandra was in Temple. Firaz, Shuin. Shuin, you're watching cricket, boy? Alana, Lisa, Lynette, my classmate. Savitri and Checky's there.
If you had taken that,
would have
that
been good.
would have been excellent.
And they got a piece of the turf.
Yes. That would have been an excellent. Watch this.
Skya boy.
Oh yes, Kanye, right. Well, just to remind you once again that you are on the inside
the ball
of
dropped before.
Explosion on Power 102 FM. 222-8255, 612-8255. Those are the numbers for those of you who would love chatting with Dr. Raj live here in studio. If you do decide that you want to send him a WhatsApp message, you can also do that on his private mobile at 740-1961. Yep.
So, this obsession that we have with aesthetics does not make us a good lover. If you are obsessed with what you see and what it does in terms of turning you on or what it could do to you when it comes to having sex, and not pay attention to the ability of or the function of the individual, what a catch. Yeah. Or the function of the individual, what happens? You have to be concerned with that, the function of the person, the ability of the person to satisfy you, how well the repertoire of the person when it comes to making love, not the aesthetics. That's why, you know, if most men are obsessed with a woman that is perfect, she must look nice, she must have a nice color. One of the downfalls we have in our society is that we are obsessed with color. What we just call high color. You never hear people referring to an individual, she have high color, you know.
Yeah.
Or he's a high color man, you know. But that does not mean to say a dark skinned woman can make love, or a dark skinned woman is not pretty or gorgeous. I have seen some dark skinned women who are super gorgeous, but a person will not see beyond that because they simply see in the color. And that's a wrong thing.
Okay, we have a caller on the line. Hello and thank you for oh, that person left us. 222-8255, that's 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM.
So if you are seeing that, if you're only seeing, if you're blinded by the aesthetics of it, you're not going to enjoy making love.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Think about, okay, there's no perfect woman, there's no perfect man. And sometimes we're looking for perfection. We're looking for the perfect woman. She must have shape like a Coca-Cola. The breast must be perfect size. The vagina perfect. And you yourself looking like crap.
You're looking like a Jolita.
You yourself don't have. You're not a perfect man. Whatever a perfect man is, I don't know. So why are you looking for perfection in the woman and vice versa? The woman looking for perfection in a man and she herself is not perfect.
Okay, what we are going to do is go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Hello.
Good night.
Hi,
Hi.
good evening.
What?
She's a first-time caller.
Thank you very much. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling.
South?
Yeah, Eric.
Okay.
I want to find out something. My husband was in accident about 6 weeks ago. By septic. But
You're breaking up, family.
You need to stand up in one place and talk.
I am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my husband was in an accident.
I got in an accident, right? We got that.
Right, by septic.
Did you hear what she said?
No. By what?
It's fair.
Oh, pelvic area damage. Okay, go ahead.
And what happened? Lately,
Problems what? Getting an erection?
she gets it, but
He gets it, but it doesn't last.
Well, okay, but he may have nerve damage in the area.
Yeah.
So that will cause that or circulation problem. How old is he?
maybe, yeah,
Will be what?
60 this year.
60 this year. Well, the age also is a factor. So you have to look at those things. Now, when a person gets in an accident and whatnot, the trauma of it will bring about stress, and stress brings about sexual dysfunction. So that also could contribute to it. So take my number down or call the office tomorrow and we'll talk, and I'll tell you what you can do, some of the simple things that you can do to assist him, and then you can take it from there.
Okay, thanks.
645-4543, or my cell number is 740-1961.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thanks a lot for calling. Okay, we're going to go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm 55 years old. I'm also on Dextrozera. For the last year and a half, I have no sexual feelings. I am very dry, but my husband wants sex very often.
Okay, that you may have a hormone imbalance that is causing you to remain dry. You would have to do some balancing there. There are hormone supplements that you can use for that. You need to use a lubricant also, but something that helps the vagina also to lubricate. There's something called clitoral cream. If applied to the vagina for like over a 1 month period, the vagina will naturally moisturize, and the excitement will come back to the vagina. You could use that together with something called Probido or Lusty Libido to build back your libido at 55 years of age.
I can get it at the pharmacy?
No, you wouldn't get those things at the pharmacy. You'll get it at the clinic in St. Augustine. So you could call the clinic 645-9829 and get that information.
645
9829.
9829.
Where you from? What area?
W.
Okay, well, in St. Augustine you could get it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks a lot.
There are certain things we don't sell that are not sold in pharmacies because it's exclusive to the clinic, because they're developed for the clinic and developed for the clinic only.
Well, anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 10 minutes after 11 o'clock. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM.
I know we're going hot tonight. Don't forget about you to play for somebody.
Play it when you come on.
Go right into it?
Right into it.
Well, that should give me enough time to see an over.
And drop the catch away.
Drop.
All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM.
Drop Russell.
Wow.
All-inclusive Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102, empowering you.
We went sideways at each
We're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together. Let's do this with Shalom.
That one's so wide, man.
102, empowering
Give him
you.
width.
Yeah.
I
that's it. Try to tricep. You just drop him.
Drop in.
For the gentleness of your touch. No, I got someone else at home who needs me just as much. And are you wrong to give your love to a married man? And am I wrong for trying to hold on to the best thing I ever had? If loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be wrong. If loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be wrong.
If you only ball that ball straight, you get him, man.
Now you would have connect.
Yeah.
Are you wrong to give your love
The ball should have turned
to
in.
a married man? And am I wrong for trying to hold on to the best thing I ever had? If loving you is wrong,
All the games playing here?
3 games.
3 alone?
And then the final.
Oh.
This is our home game after this we hit in the road.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't wanna be right if it means being without you. I don't wanna be right
See what I mean?
Too wide, man.
No, I have to do that.
sleeping at
Yeah.
night.
When you know they're running down the ovals.
Correct.
If loving you is wrong.
I'm telling you, if loving you is wrong, I just don't want to be right.
That's for all the
Only one.
the younger
The-
persons
the
who are in love with
younger
an older
persons.
man who is
Oh,
married and whatnot.
yes,
Isn't that
yes.
what we're talking
Yes,
about?
and I love the lyrics that the
Well,
children.
that's the original, eh? You see
yeah,
it?
yeah. And just to remind
Luther
listeners,
Ingram.
I'm only family to James, maybe cousin, but I just wanted to remind listeners this was Dr. Raj's special selection.
Of course, you know, we on a Friday night we try to
Yes,
choose
we
a
try to-
selection that is appropriate.
Yeah. But I love it. Loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. Nice trap.
Why would you want to be right?
No, you don't want to be right at all.
The words are powerful, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
You know, like again, the music and the lyrics is what you listen to, and you get that feeling inside of you, especially if it applies to you. Actually, one of my clients told me about that song today. He said you should actually play it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is nice to please your clients, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
He reminded me of it, and I was like, then of course when I come here and I tell you about it, you want to tell me about the latest version that you know.
Yeah, but
Or the jazz version that you know.
No, the updated version.
Izzy, have no fear at all. We will win this match.
Yeah.
We have the bowling power, you know.
Yeah.
Sitaram Pandaji, how are you? My Guru Bhai is on.
Oh.
Yes, so we have to face reality. These are the things that happen in our society. There are many persons who are, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, that has to do with the moralists and the persons from maybe a religious perspective or whatever else to determine if it is right for a person to do that. That is not my thing. My thing is to talk about sex and to talk about the relationship and what empowers a person, what makes a person feel empowered or strengthens them. That is my duty, to bring those things out. When it comes to the religious aspect, or if it comes to something that like a person will say it's immoral or it's illegal or whatever, that has to do with the law and all those things. When you deal with people, behavior, the way they think, things that they're attracted to, what entices them, what excites them, you are made up that way. And the reality of the fact is that since you are made up that way, there are things that are going to come to you that will not come to the ordinary person or will not come to another person, and it's exclusive to you. So if you feel a particular way about someone, if you feel a particular, you feel excited by a particular incident or situation or thing, that is how you are made up.
Yeah.
Some persons will put you under penance to get rid of that. It's the same thing like if someone is gay, they try to pray gayness out of you or beat gayness out of you. That is not going to happen. Homosexuality is not something that you're going, that's why I tell you that guy who died today, and I have no respect for him, former Prime Minister of a country.
Oh,
I don't want to call his name.
Yes, yeah.
I'm disgusted by him. Want to kill people because they are homosexual. That wouldn't stop homosexuality.
Well, of course not.
It's not going to, because by nature, human beings have a certain behavior or way about them when it comes to their sexual preferences. And it all has to do with conditioning, what they feel inside of them, how they develop in life. And those are the things that are going to determine what happens to you.
Yeah.
So nothing that persons do out there is going to change that. Even if a person thinks that they are creating the greatest sin according to Christianity, or the greatest wrong, they're not going to stop it. They're person who go into penance, they lock themselves in a room and they try to pray it away. If that is what they believe is going to help them, that is what they try, but it may not help them.
Yeah.
When you study in sexology and sex, it's such a wide range of things that you come across, and you have to have such an open mind to things. It's just
mind blowing.
It's unbelievable what you have to put up with. Oh God! Why you have to drop that? Rustle again, second time. Yeah, it's just hard to fathom, especially if you are in a society where you're streamlined in a particular way. For example, Trinidad. When you're growing up in Trinidad, you're not exposed to the things that you're exposed to when you go to other countries.
No.
So you're streamlined that way. And then suddenly you have the exposure to other things and you're saying, but wait a minute, all these things that we're thinking is wrong here is not wrong over here. So who's right?
Yep.
Or what's right? So you start questioning things. It's the same thing with reading. If you read a wide range of subject matter, in sexology you have to read about ancient practices. You have to go into behaviors and patterns of persons in other societies. You have to read about women who are trained to please men in one setting, and in another setting it's frowned upon and it's considered to be prostitution. But in that country it's not prostitution, it's a way of life. So what it does to your mind is create a confusion. But if you're broad-minded enough, you'll be able to absorb all of this and say, okay, these are the situation and these are the things that happens, and I am again vexing, and I am okay with that because it's the reality of what's going on. 3 times,
3 times a lady.
3 times. Hey, horse tune,
What? Oh yeah.
Commodores died in 1977.
That's a good year too.
Yeah, that's the year you're born. I know he was going to say that, That's the year you're born.
Yeah. Very bright. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 22 minutes after 11 o'clock. This is Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center located at St. Augustine, and there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female.
Good night, Dr. Raj. On the news today, it is said that a 73-year-old woman gave birth to a twin girl. Is that possible? I will say it's not, but with modern science and the things that they're doing now, things that are impossible becomes possible, and there's so much of weird things that are happening. Now the game is getting away from us.
It's getting away?
They're playing the fool. I'm not panicking, but they're playing the fool.
You know what you bring back family in the rank?
They did, and they dropped catches off him. We feel they dropped the catches off her. I didn't hear it on the
but
news. Did you hear that?
What's that?
Did you hear that on the news? That about 72-year-old? I didn't hear that.
No, I didn't know. No.
They have so much of fake news now that
you don't know what to
I am
believe.
very cautious about things that I hear.
Yeah.
You understand? This world is full of fake news now, you know. You don't know what to believe, you know.
Here, there's so many things out there that...
Lies and they say it as though it is the truth.
Yeah. They try to convince you.
They try to convince you that this is the truth, and it's like, but where's the logic in it?
No logic at all.
Now, that woman may have been a surrogate. She may not have gotten pregnant naturally. I don't know. I don't know the details, so I wouldn't make a pronouncement on it. But under natural circumstances, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Under natural circumstances, it's impossible.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 24 minutes.
Next thing you hear, she going through menopause.
Oh yes, that's not impossible. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 24 minutes after 11 o'clock inside Sexplosion on this Friday evening with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM with the best music and personalities to power your day, all day on a Saturday. Sir Charles, Bass, DJ Maggie, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane. All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. Music. All-inclusive Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102 in Power.
Big no ball way.
Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and...
They now no ball alone. I two no ball in one. The man a foot outside the crease. What the hell wrong with you, Ali Khan?
Let's do this with Shirley Wilson on Power 102 in Power.
Pack you in a boat and send you back home, you know.
Oh, wow.
Power 102 app, social media, and website. Power 102 FM campaign 1441 for news, breaking news,
Wicked man.
This year, we have identified 194 projects.
No,
I must
carry
state
a
that
wicket.
Not all those projects
I was-
can be completed on time. However, I have been assured that it will not affect the European schools.
Power 102 FM campaign 1441 for 24/7 access to exclusive interviews.
In our society, we tend to
Yeah, but 57 runs some 18 balls.
That's impossible, but it's hard.
It's
But
hard.
let me see.
These are things we should not really because of the time.
I have a question here. Maybe she's girl going back to religion.
Yeah, well.
What we were speaking about earlier, I'm not going to read it out when I come back.
Power 102 digital app.
You expected to get that way?
Power 102 FM campaign 1441 for your comments and questions.
We need help everything down. My roof off, my house, I still get light.
I can tell you, that you can see that away.
Of course. I tell you, when you're a woman, you have to ask you to take out everything before you can like she, you know.
But you know what horses crying in the river?
Now, you must carry them in the beach and baby. So let me go in the water.
And it's up a scent.
God, that smell, oh my God.
Now they just finished a race.
Ah, last night I was on a flight and it had a woman, oh my God.
Yeah, and to take 5 hours, why wide?
Not a wide.
No?
No. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, yeah?
Why you give that wide, boy?
That's way off, man. Well, I can tell you that nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education. Right here on Power 102 FM Sexplosion with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center located at St. Augustine. I want to go back to the website here. And
It was the line, you know.
Rosie says, well, look things, stop telling the truth, Doc. Religious folks are frothing from the mouth. It is on BBC and CNN and all international news. You understand what they're saying here?
Or maybe about the
religious thing, no.
I don't know exactly what they're referring to. The reference to whatever it is, I don't know. That I can't answer.
You know, we're getting messages from Holy G, who putting the program down, but for one
listening
thing,
to the program,
listening to the program.
Yeah, because they love it. She can't live. Whoever it is can't live without it.
Even though
Bisunat Nanan says, "Hey, my friend, good show." Hema says it was nice listening to you. Raj, good night. Keep up good work and be safe. I guess you're going to sleep. Oh my!
Oh gee.
They never hear about catches win matches.
Who did drop
Hussein.
Hussein?
Akil boy. And I Russell again, you know. 4 times in a way. The last time he scored 100, they dropped him on the first ball, you know.
Yeah, but that was an easy catch.
Well, there's no easy catch. Don't ever believe there's an easy catch in lights like that. There's no such thing. Believe me, if you ever play cricket and running against light and in the night time and whatnot, there's no easy catch. None.
The light of
what? That is dazzling the hell out of you, boy. And that ball has been moving so in the air, you know. It don't come down direct, you know.
No, like
the ball
yeah,
is
I know,
moved.
yeah.
So he went straight through his arms. 4.
Well, you know what is difficult too, and especially when, well, I know he's a big cricket fan, but when you're playing a game like this, which is 20 overs, and you know the light could be effective, why use a white ball?
That is why you have to use a white ball. To see it in the night. They don't play red ball in the night. You can't see a red ball in the night. What other color ball?
A pink ball? Also?
No, the pink ball is only when you put on the lights.
Oh.
And that's day to night. No, don't worry, the color of the ball is very effective.
With the color of the light?
The color of the light is when the ball go up in the light, you can't see it. But in the night time, it's the white ball you see.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, taking over time, it's now 30 minutes after 11 o'clock. I tell you, this is what it's all about. May I remind you once again that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. You're listening to Sexplosion on this Friday evening with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Yeah.
Captain had to talk to him. That young boy, he's too young and he don't have the experience. That's the problem. That's why he's spraying it all over. The poor lad will just talk to him.
Wow. I just thought I would see the dragonflies.
I was talking about that the other day. Some movie I was watching and there was actually a candle fly in it. The people were living out in the boondocks or something. And I said, long I haven't seen a candle fly.
No,
when we were growing up long ago, it has a funny smell. Candlefly has a funny smell.
I just seen them regular.
Where you seen that?
They're always flying around by my house.
Seriously, I haven't seen a candlefly in years, honestly.
And they have a way they just dip fast.
I like to see when a lot of them flying together.
Yeah.
And they just lighting up and boy, I still love that. But I haven't seen a candlefly in years.
Yeah.
I guess after spend a little time in the...
and matter of fact, lights went out the other night and that saved me.
Just kidding. But they can't fly. Without that, you couldn't see your way.
You got another one? You got another one? Yeah.
Nah, they're celebrated.
Yeah, but would you say 50?
It's difficult to do it, but I'm still... you can't be dropping catches.
No. Oh, I love that catch.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. You put your 2 hands out for that,
yes. Oh, yes.
So
without a doubt.
You'll have reverse cuff, as they call it.
Oh, yes.
Reverse cuff.
I tell you.
Everything in cricket could be sexual, eh?
Oh, yeah. 27 minutes before 12 o'clock inside Sexplosion. Now, for those of you who are listening to Sexplosion for the first time, Sexplosion right here on Power 102 FM every Thursday and Friday evening with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image. So, if you do love what you're hearing here this Friday evening. Don't forget you can tune in on a Thursday and Friday right here. Yeah.
I thought he make 50. I want to know what the hell going on when that happened. 50 partnership. 49. Oh.
Now we wrap this one up.
Don't say that.
I tell you, we wrap this one up.
Next thing, hear this, sir. I never forget a match I played in, and this is no lie. Under lights, white ball cricket. I had a partner, the captain of our team, bowl 1 over and get 72 runs. 12 sixes.
He was bowling underhand.
The man bowled 6 no ball. And there was this in her free hit. 6 no ball. This is not joke here.
You're talking what's in
6 no ball and 6 regular ball, and everyone went for 6. A fella named Alan hit him that. Alan died now. And anybody who know that match knows that history. As a matter of fact, the MVP for the opposing team that beat us, they gave it to our captain. They say he's the most valuable player on their side. Seriously, they give him the MVP. They say he's the most valuable player on our side. 72 runs in 1 over.
1 over. Wow.
Man overstepped the first 6 ball. As a matter of fact, they tell him, here what? Measure from the stumps and go back and run up and bowl from the stumps. We are allowing you to do that. They feel sorry for me.
From the minute I told you was bowling
like
underhand.
No, like Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know who that is? India's biggest actor. That's the owner of our team.
Oh, yes, yeah, I know family.
Yeah. 72 runs in 1 over.
72 runs in a over.
Well, yes, sir. I was feeling on the boundary. I only see the ball sailing over my head.
No, that's a lot.
You see, we're giving away runs. Look, we just give away one again.
Oh, Girlie said she sent a message. Let me see if I could read.
Girlie sent a message. Not I get no message on my messenger service.
No, I'm not seeing it here.
People stop sending me a message.
Not seeing it here.
Some people doesn't send message.
Oh, okay. Look, something here. Me again, girl. From the last time, my husband still want me to put the white stuff in my mouth, but I ain't going down on him what to do as he's drunk too. I am getting fed up, Dr. Raj.
Want you to put the white stuff in your mouth? What do you mean? The penis white? Or cocaine? I don't know. If you tell me he want you to swallow his break, that is something different?
I would think is that. I would think she means that.
Well, that is a matter of choice. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, well, he has to live with that.
Yeah, but especially he's in a frame of mind. He's drunk.
Well, if he's drunk now and you're not comfortable with it, it's easy to fool a man, start playing with the penis and he'll feel good.
You take
2 jokes and you fix him up.
Yeah. Yeah, but to make
it's easy to fool a drunk man,
Yeah, but to make, to make
no, it's easy to fool a drunk man. Wet your hand enough and play with it and you go feel you getting a blowjob. He's drunk.
Yeah, he can't tell the difference anyhow.
Put him to lie down, right? You go between his leg, wet your hand enough and jock him.
And straighten him out.
You go feel you getting a nice blowjob.
Anyway, for taking our time, 24 minutes before 12 o'clock, Sexplosion on this Friday evening. I tell you, nobody does better what we do best. We are giving our listeners what they want and expect from a good radio program when it comes to sex education, exclusively on your number 1 all-around station. You are listening to a station that's reliable and effective. Yeah.
Aye.
You got another one?
No. Just wide off the off stump.
But
corridor of uncertainty.
But what Girlie is saying is that what he wants, but he's not going down on her. But how could he, Girlie? The man drunk. The man he was in another world.
His head spinning and he like, girl, you know what I want. No, it's not the time. If he drunk now,
yeah, exactly.
Don't look for them kind of thing. Just give him a little
tush.
A little tush.
Tush in the bush.
Yeah, jock it a few times and he good.
So, yeah. But then again, if you're making love to your partner and your partner is drunk, what enjoyment can you get as a person?
Well, remember when a man drunk, you're inebriated, your brain wrap around just pleasure, what you think is pleasure. It's like, okay, it's like smoking weed and you go to eat. You don't remember you eat 2 seconds ago, so you continue eating. That's why persons who smoke marijuana and whatnot, they just eat plenty. Because they don't remember, they just eat. So it's the same thing when you're drunk and you're going to have sex, or you feel you want to have sex, and you're pushing for that, but you're incapable of doing it. Most drunk men, they just say they had the best sex, and they had no sex,
They didn't even know what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, but,
all you care about is just a momentary satisfaction, and that's it.
Let's see.
You go volleyball on him and bat by.
Mark wants to know, I think if we're not getting some messages.
Okay.
Well, as they come in, we try to hear them for you, Mark. Okay? Yeah, but then again, people have problems. And when you in a relationship and in a relationship with someone who drinks, I cannot see the enjoyment of
I don't see how
sex.
a person could be in that state of mind, and everything is confuffled. It's like a person when they're drunk, they tell you they drive good. How could you drive good?
Yeah, well,
how could you can't walk a straight line? How could you drive good? You're telling yourself you're driving good. You say, I'm a good driver when I drink, but don't worry about that, but I had the road and no accident ever happened to me. But the person behind you or the person coming towards you realize you're drunk, because you're doing this.
Yeah, you're swaying from
right?
side to side.
Because you tell that very same person to walk a straight line, they can't. You tell them stand up on one foot, they can't. You tell them to touch their nose, they can't. They're like, yeah. That's what they will do. But they will tell themselves they touch their nose,
Yeah.
And they're arguing with you because when a person drunk also, they feel it right. So they're telling you, yeah, but I touch my nose, I touch, why you mean I touch your nose?
They're always in the right.
Right, they're in the right. Therefore, the same thing applies to sex. The drunk person will want to have sex. They feel they're the best lover. They feel that you owe them sex. You're my wife and you have to have sex with me because I'm a man. So you see the wrong side or the nasty side of the person coming out.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 19 minutes before 12 o'clock inside Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM. Folks, our lines are still open. If you would love chatting with Dr. Raj, don't forget those numbers are 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah.
33, 32 off 5 balls and Russell's there.
Now, they ain't getting that.
But Russell there?
They're not getting 32.
Rodney going in the head.
Rodney
going in the head. Rodney going to tell him some kind of thing.
They're not getting 32 runs off of 5 balls.
Well, it's not impossible.
No, but I can't see that.
No, but
not even if you're bowling underhand.
Well, underhand, you can't get it.
No.
But you know they ban underhand, right?
Yeah,
that was banned. After that nasty Chapel brother ball, last ball in a match. Holy crap, boy, you go ball day, boy.
He out.
All right. Thank you for that, Disham.
He went like a bulb.
He out.
Yeah.
It was entertaining though.
Yes. Yeah. Those boys are doing good. But Doug, the truth is, one time I was hot and had to go with his friend because as a woman, but I want him to please me, so I'm trying still. What girl is saying is that, she
hon him?
Yeah.
Well, if you choose to hon him, that is, you choose to hon him. There's not... I hear people saying things and they try to justify it.
Yeah, she went with his friend.
Yeah, and they try to justify. But the fact is that you decide to do that. You went ahead and do it. Why do you need to justify it?
Yeah.
Were you trying to justify it to me? One time I've had clients try to justify things to me, or you're talking to somebody and they try to justify what they... And my thing is, you don't need to justify it. Whatever you choose to do is your business.
Yeah. It's your mind.
Right. If you're telling me because of so-and-so, that is why you do so-and-so, it means to say you have some kind of regret. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. Maybe you think that you've done something wrong. And if you think you've done something wrong, it means to say you'll be punished in some way or the other. That's why I tell persons, if you want to do something and you have a clear and open mind towards doing it, do it, But the minute you feel whatever you're doing is wrong, don't do it.
The minute you feel that you're guilty.
Don't do it if you feel guilty or you feel you're doing something wrong. That's all.
Simple math.
No. Like if a person asks, should I horn? Of course, go ahead. Are you willing to face the consequences? Nah, boy, I can't. Well, don't.
Yeah.
It is that simple. Now, it might sound that, well, you're saying something simplistic, but it is. If you have the mindset for it, if your mind is in that way and you have the ability to think that whatever I'm doing is because I want to do it and I am willing to face the consequences and it is me and this is who I am, and no matter what, this is who I am. I am not fooling myself by pretending to be something that I am not.
Yes.
By all means, do it. By all means. Could I have your cup so you can get a cup of tea?
And she says, oh, I don't know, Doc. I'm just confused.
Well, I could see the confusion.
Yeah,
but again, if that's what you want to do and it's bringing you that level of satisfaction and you are happy about it and you get that feeling of euphoria or whatever from it, by all means do it. There is nothing wrong with that.
But she says, I'm still listening to your words. But that's great.
No, but I this is my belief. My belief may not be your belief, and it may not be something you want to endorse, but the fact still remains that once you're comfortable with whatever you're doing, right, it may or may not cause harm to others. That is what you have to look at. There are some persons who will do that, and as long as their partner don't know or their partner is okay with it and whatnot, they continue to do it, so there's no harm really.
Yeah.
But if it bothers somebody who it doesn't matter to, what the hell? If what I do in life bothers somebody who it doesn't matter to me, you're not my wife, you're not my mother, you're not my father, you're not my sister, you're not my friend, what the hell I care? Let it bother you.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 15 minutes before 12 o'clock inside Sexplosion on this Friday edition with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. We're going to take a break. And
wait, one ball and 30 runs. What's wrong with you?
No, they can make it. Even if they run round the oval. We're going to take this break and we're going to be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Pollard has proven himself again to be the best captain in the Caribbean. I say Pollard has proven himself again to be the best captain in the Caribbean.
And you know as a fact, you know my feelings towards Bravo as a captain.
No, I always believe in Pollard. You know, Pollard is a damn good captain.
I'm really want to thank you. I find
well, if it was 30 something around, you know who would have bowled the last over? You're doing like here though.
Alright.
Who would have bowled the last over?
Oh gosh. Now you're gonna bowl the first and the last. Tonight was the most call you get in quite some time, and the most messages you get in quite some time.
We made 22 last time, we went by 11, now we went by 22, next time we'll be 33.
You know what has amazed me? We go through the prelims so nice, and when we have a little playoff,
no, we just only lose one match. We're the champion, you know.
I know. But it always go that way.
Trinidad TKR have the formula for winning.
But
we don't have the best team here, you know. We're missing 2 batsmen, you know.
Well, so Mr. Ballon, Stuart Heavy it ain't now, eh? So he was telling me Jamaica have the best team.
Yeah.
He says so. He says Jamaica.
But we have a good bowling team.
Yeah, he says Jamaica is the team to beat. I want to continue that you are listening to the magic of sex education exclusively on Power 2.1 FM. Sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanam, our Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. You still got a couple of minutes in which you can interact with us via the telephone. For those of you who might be going through something sexual and you need to get an answer, feel free, give them a call, 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah.
I wonder if Izzy celebrating, boy.
She must be.
How you know that? Yvonne! What trouble is this, boy? Yvonne has finally come on, boy.
That is the person we were asking for.
Yeah, but Yvonne has looked to come on at about 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yvonne is actually on. You know how long I haven't spoken to Yvonne or seen Yvonne on our program?
Okay, I'm going to go to the website, and this one is from Mark. Mark is saying, why would men drink so much that they can't even make love to their woman? That's taking your woman for granted. Definitely cause a woman to go outside. It will definitely cause a woman to go outside and the relations for comfort of loving. Well, that's
you know, I try to analyze that so much because we live in a society where alcohol is more important than anything else. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And I'm saying this without any reservation. Trinidad has the most rum shop per capita. Rum shop, bar, sports bar, whatever nice name you want to call it, restaurant with rum shop in it.
It's a rum shop.
It's a rum shop. I'm using the word rum shop. Trinidad has the most of that in any country compared in the world. We sell the most amount of alcohol per capita in this little country. So much so that their companies prefer to sell to Trinidad than anywhere else in the world. Alcohol. We do everything has to have alcohol. You win a match, you have to drink a rum.
Yeah.
We have everything centered around alcohol. And I always try to study the society and say, well, why are we so... You know, I remember the older folks or persons in the area. Well, I grew up in two different areas of Trinidad. Saying, well, we come here to plant sugar and rum come from sugar. I say, but I just say, excuse?
That is an excuse.
I say, we do plant barley, but we're drinking beer. We don't plant potato, we're drinking vodka. So, where is the, you know?
Where's the logic?
Where's the logic in that?
Yeah.
But people will say these things to take a drink. Hey, Shahrukh, what do you feel, boy? He actually saw 2 games that we won by. When I saw him in the country, I said, well, we were sure to lose, boy. But no, he walking around, you leaving in the morning.
Oh.
Oh, that's a megastar, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what you call a megastar. He began joking.
Yeah. He dancing, you know. Oh.
So, we use alcohol as a means of celebration, as a means of, you know, your child pass exam, you go and take a drink.
It's true.
I'm telling you, that's what happens.
No, that's a fact, eh?
Before you sit with your child and say, congratulations, let's have a meal together.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, long ago, you used to give your child a drink. Until it became illegal to do that. And I'm sure there are parents who still do that. I know some parents. I know one person in particular who every time he was taking a drink and his child came across wrong, would give them a taste, you know. And I used to get pissing mad about that.
No, but what you're saying there is correct, because even recently I saw something on FB where they're showing you a father is drinking and he's introducing beers to his child. And then to me, like, it's a big thing, like he's telling his friends, look at him. What's the logic?
Junior, my son is 29 years of age. And I have never sat and taken a drink with him. And I wouldn't do that.
I know.
That is not me. You know.
That is out of the question. He will, the same thing with my boys.
Yeah.
They will go out and, you know, they'll have fun. And one thing with them.
I'm not going to knock glass with my son.
If they go into
or daughter.
If they go into a party, they say, well, Dad, tonight I'm drinking, so I don't want to drive in that sense.
Yeah.
But to sit down and
no,
have a drink,
I don't knock glass with my children.
Not even in a family gathering.
No!
I
am not knocking glass with my child.
Now that's very disrespectful. Very, very,
I'm
very
telling
disrespectful.
you, in my opinion, it is.
I can't see myself doing that.
So, to answer the question, when a person drinks now, they think they own the world. They think that they're the best thing since sliced bread. They think that they can do whatever. That's their mindset. That is the way they think. That alcohol is the center of everything. And it should not be so. we put too much prominence on alcohol.
Oh, you.
Alcohol. Everything has to have alcohol. I make River Lime. And anybody who goes to River Lime hunting with me will tell you that I don't drink. But I like my River Lime. I like that. So I don't think a person should have prominence or put prominence to alcohol. But our society does that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Prominence to alcohol. Come on, man. God, it's such a low endorsement of us. You meet somebody, why don't you take a drink?
You have nice people around him.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hope there's local.
No, yeah, they look
Not
local.
foreign news.
No, they look local.
Hey, we have plenty foreign news now, you know. Hey, now I get mad at the match.
Okay, Susie wants to know, does alcohol inhibit sex in any way?
Inhibits,
sorry.
Yes,
I
it
beg your
does.
pardon.
Of course it does. Of course it does. It's an inhibitor. Alcohol is an inhibitor. It doesn't enhance. And the worst thing is to get someone pregnant under the influence of alcohol. You could never bring forth a child that is going to be prominent or successful. That's another thing they teach you. You remember I was telling in Hinduism we have sanskar?
Yes.
That's one of the things they teach you. Don't get your wife pregnant when you're drunk. Because you'll wonder why your child behaving so bad.
She follow up with, but I don't want to advertise any product.
Don't advertise it.
No. And like, for instance, what she is saying is that they used to promote punching for men before sex in TNT and another.
Yeah, but punching is not a product. I mean, it's not a brand.
No, the other brand name I don't want to call.
No, you could call it type of alcohol.
It's,
right? But yeah, they do that. Because they know men are stupid enough to believe that if you take a drink, you'll perform better sexually. Men are stupid enough to believe that. And there are men who will tell you, when I take a drink, boy, the best thing since sliced bread, I can last as long as I want. It's in your mind. You're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
There's no reality to that. It is not true.
Anyway, folks.
What's going on there, boy?
No, he's somebody's in distress.
So, folks, we have reached the end of our program tonight. Congratulations to TKR and our wonderful captain. Congratulations to the team and all that we've done.
We did well.
Going to enjoy cricket on Sunday.
Sunday, we are.
Yeah, Sunday we play in Zooks. Yeah, Zooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Trinidad. Last game in Trinidad. So, folks, remember tomorrow is our first introduction to massage therapy. For those of you who want to learn it, you can contact me 740-1961, 645-4543. Good night.
You've been listening to Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Now, for those of you who listening to Sexplosion for the very first time, Sexplosion is featured here on Power 102 FM every Thursday and Friday evening with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj Ramnanan. Folks, don't forget, for those of you traveling, remember, driving is a privilege. If you're good to it, it's going to be good to you. Don't drink and drive. And as you know, the T20 match just finished, so very, very be careful on the streets.
Well, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I should have